Oh man, oh man, oh man, what is good? What is good, everybody? How's it going today? Very, very cool to come back in without having to actually trade in the actual Monday. What is up, chat? How's it going today? I want to see if everybody can hear me. Go ahead and throw some A's in the chat if you can hear your boy talk. Go ahead and throw those A's in the chat, you guys. Very good to see everybody in here tonight. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually running a little blind. I am not exactly sure where the chat is actually coming in. I don't see if anybody is actually talking, which is very, very interesting. So let me go ahead and just find out why in the world I can't see you talk. Here it is. Here, let's see. All right. There it is. I can see the chat coming in. I can see you guys talking. Throw those A's in the chat if you can hear me speak. Throw those A's right now, you guys. Good to see everybody. Pam the Trader, how you doing? I'm assuming you're probably not here anymore. So if you are still here, hello to you. I'm very happy to see you here in the chat, and I'm super honored to have you here, right? Always been a big fan of how you treat the people in the other larger influencers floor, right? Very, very awesome person there, you guys. Moderators, how you doing? Mark Roach, what is up, my dude? I see in here Cal L. What's up, Cal? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Samantha H, hello to you. Hello. What is up, you guys? Mr. Levis, what you saying over there, man? So it's saying, Arca, even if the chat asks, save your breath on tickers, you already made videos on recently. Oh, my dude, I can't tell you how much sometimes I'm just like, wow, I should really not be talking about those tickers. However, a lot of people really do ask for some further confirmation and or some clarification over what I may be looking at or looking for in things that I didn't say in the video, right? But I totally understand. And I absolutely get it, right, you guys? But what is up, chat? What is going down? I want to know what everybody is thinking of for tomorrow. Yesterday, I'm actually talking about the live stream from yesterday. Remember that we actually looked at some incredible tickers. Are you guys considering anything within those tickers, guys? If I'm remembering correctly, I think it was TRKA and I believe. Oh my goodness, which one was the other one, guys? Go ahead and chime in. Let me know which was the other one, right? So I think that was plot. I don't see it anymore, right? Let's see. Yeah, KPRX, Sebastian Lim. Oh, what is up, my dude? Coming in clutch with thanks, Sebastian. You caught me there, my dude. Guys, if you haven't already received a message from me or a reply regarding the ARC Masters course, by the way, it's a really incredible response. As of this moment, there are only 16 spots available from the 30 seats. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that the seats are being reserved quite fast, and I didn't expect them to go that fast, okay? So please go ahead and refer to the link in the description below for you to reserve your seat for the ARC Masters course, which is my first educational endeavor. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for those of you who have already signed up. And I absolutely, it's just hats off to you, right? Stick Vicious coming in the chat. What is up, my brother? Good to see you. We are all bullish in the markets, guys. I know that I got a couple of requests regarding Microsoft MSFT. I'll go ahead and take a look at that one first for you guys today, okay, you guys? So definitely keep your ears out for that. Pam the Trader, you are still in the chat. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello to the fine people here in the Arca Bulls family. We are all graced by your presence, and I couldn't be more thankful to see you here. So hello to you and hello to your family. I think you're still at dinner, right? So please go ahead and have yourself an incredible dinner and a great rest of your night before we get on to this really bullish coming week starting tomorrow. Guys, I almost hate that it's actually going to be a limited week, right? We're going to be looking at this starting from Tuesday to Friday. What kind of mess is that? Oh my goodness, you guys. So Brendan, what is up, man? Good to see you here. You're never, let's see, what are you saying? You're saying you're never going to do SPY, are you? Can we please do some real stocks like Tesla or SPY? So Brendan, I see that you haven't actually been active in my live streams until now. So what I've actually been doing is that upon a request, I think it was actually Steven who requested this, we have been looking at the SPY first before we start the analysis tickers. So we're going to be looking at ticker symbol SPY first, and then we're going to be looking at ticker symbol MSFT. Okay, you guys. So very, very good stuff coming in for the tomorrow session, right? We want to make sure where the broader markets are sitting before we can actually make some moves in the market, right? What's up, Beso, Amy, and Andrew? Let's see. Arca, can you do ATVI one day? My goodness, man. I know that I owe you that one, right, my dude? So we'll go ahead and list that one in the schedule as well today, okay? So ATVI could definitely be one that we're looking at. Mr. Levitz, thank you so much for your donation. That really means a lot, man. Thank you so much. That really thank you, okay? So I want to go ahead and make sure that we cover these tickers. So let me go ahead and put you number 4 in line, Mr. Levitz, and we're going to be looking at what did you say? EVGO and also IDEX. Okay, no problem at all. Okay, you guys. So after let's see. So please remember, you guys, I'm talking about reviewing the broader markets first, and then we can go ahead and start on our analysis, okay? I think this is a very healthy way for us to gauge where the markets are sitting before we can get bullish or bearish on any ticker, okay? So I understand that a lot of the OTC tickers actually run on their own pace and run on their own rules, right? But there are sometimes people who want to go over other tickers that do have more to do with the broader markets. Keith Bunser, I actually didn't say hello to you, but what is up, my dude? I hope you're still in here, and I apologize for missing your your comment earlier, right? But I am seeing you right now, my dude. Absolutely happy to see you. Yes. Flacco88, we are definitely doing AMC. That actually should be they actually should be about 5th in line, 6th in line, right around there, okay? So we'll make sure to take a look at that, and we'll review what should be getting faced tomorrow. Also, remember that I did cover a specific video that I did release on AMC, and that was actually just I think on Friday, right? Or Saturday, which is absolutely pertinent to what's happening tomorrow. I also reviewed AMC yesterday in the live, so we're just going to go ahead and briefly go over AMC and what to expect for the coming sessions, okay, you guys? Definitely excited to be streaming for you all tonight. So I'm sorry, let me go ahead and refer back to the chat as I am not seeing everything, right? So actually, you know what? I know that you can see the chat. You're going to be able to see it right over here. I'm going to move it into my other screen because I actually want to refresh the page for the YouTube analytics, because for some reason I am not getting the chat. So let me just go ahead and refresh that and see if there we go. Oh, there we go. Now we can see the chat. It looks pretty good. Catfish Posse Racing, I can see you coming in, man. Look at that, guys. How much? Look at that. Look at what Catfish is saying. He's saying he gives me a donation just so that I can remind everybody to make sure not to fall for the WhatsApp comments, for the text me, for the helplines. Guys, I will never, and I repeat this, I will never include my contact information on my handle. My goodness. Guys, how many influencers do you know have their phone numbers on their handle? I mean, at least in my area, I really don't. So please, guys, know that it's not me saying for you to send your money and I can trade it. Guys, that is just silly news, okay, you guys? I definitely want to make sure that we all do not fall for that. Thank you so much, Catfish Posse Racing. You have been so incredibly, I'm saying, you don't have to be this awesome to the people, right? But you are anyway, and that says a lot about you. So thank you so much kindly for that, okay, my dude? Thumbs up to you as well, okay, you guys? So I want to go ahead and make sure that we do cover as many tickers as we can today. Sean Harris, I know I owe you one, so I'm going to go ahead and put that ticker on the list for you, okay, my dude? So let's see, that was VUZI, right? We'll go ahead and also, Sebastian Lim, what you talking about over there? That's, let's see, what did you say, HLBZ? Okay, if I don't get to that one, Sebastian, I'll make sure to reach out to you via DM. Remember, you and I, we got a tight relationship, so we can go ahead and make it outside of this as well. But rest assured that I do have it in the list as well for you, okay, my dude? And this is actually something, guys, this is actually something that I actually promised to my earlier fan base, and I'm talking about specifically when I first started in Twitter. So I wanted to actually provide service to a ticker that had a very large community, and this community actually embraced Arca, right, and helped spread the word over who I am and what I'm about. So I want to just make sure to let you guys know that I will be, this is my first request that I've actually, it may be the second one, based on, I missed it the last time though, but I'm going to go ahead and put some favor on to Rosy Gray Glasses here, because this person has asked for me to take a look at BBIG, and this was a promise to the Vinco Ventures and BBIG, and also, I mean, to that community, that I would absolutely help them out whenever and if they do need me to see it, okay? So absolutely, I can definitely look into that for you, okay? So I'll go ahead and list that as third in the list, and I'll make sure to get you out and about, okay? So we'll make sure to take a look at BBIG, and in this time around, we'll go ahead and announce it that we definitely covered it, okay, you guys? I see Sebastian Lim, BBIG is in trouble. Why? Guys, please let me know, as I am not following the fundamental aspects of BBIG, but what's the deal with it? Why is it in trouble? I want to know. Please go ahead and chime in and let me know. Okay, so Rosie Gray Glasses, if you do speak to the BBIG community, I'm talking about like Mellow Cello, Mr. Rick. There's a lot of people over there who have really embraced and supported Arca and the Arca Bulls family, and actually brought me to where I am today. So I would like for you to actually say to them that I did look at it. I looked at it for you, right? I'm not saying for you to promote it. I'm just saying for you to express that others can request BBIG as well. Okay, so I just want to be as humble as I can for you, and because of the whole community, right? So Rosie Gray Glass is saying late on earnings for BBIG delays. Are still late? You're talking about, I mean, I heard about this months ago, that BBIG had still not released their earnings, and I think that they were having trouble also with staff. I'm not sure what happened to the CEO. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I looked at it, right? But yes, please go ahead and keep on letting me know if there is anything that I should be aware of regarding the trouble that BBIG is facing, right? But guys, yeah, we have a lot of tickers to be looking at today, so please go ahead and stick around, and we'll get these tickers out of the way soon enough, right? So Mark Roach saying on February 14th, 2023, Vinco Ventures, the company, received a staff determination letter, the letter from NASDAQ. So the letter states that on August 19th, and November 17th, 2022, and we're pending for the next comment coming in. Hold on just a sec. So just go ahead and stick around, guys. Mark Roach is absolutely being a very, very awesome gentleman and providing us with the fundamentals for the asset as well. So on November 17th, 2022, staff notified the company that it did not comply with NASDAQ's filing requirements set forth in listing rule 5250 parentheses C1, right? The rule is in quote. So because it had not filed its Form 10Q for the period ended on, we're following it, right? Thank you, Mark Roach, for providing that information. That is absolutely kind of you. Abner Cruz, what is up, my dude? I haven't seen you in a bit. Thank you so much for that donation, my friend. I hope that I have been providing enough information for you to take a look at some tickers, right? But please go ahead and let me know whatever I can do for you, my dude, as you have always been so kind to the Arca Bulls family and I am eternally grateful for you. So, Rosie Gray Glasses, what you saying? So the next step for BBIG is a hearings panel for the earnings. Possible February 28th for new deadline. Okay, could file earnings before then. So still, but they haven't actually talked about earnings since months ago, right? They still have missed it. Is that still the case, or did they? I'm talking about 2 or 3 months ago. I last found out that they had not put in anything as far as earnings reports, right? So Catfish Bossy Racing, thank you for your dono, my friend. That's very kind of you. And you are saying gonna be balling on VS this week. Look at that, guys. Please refer. Please refer to the videos that I actually just put up today. Ticker symbol VS and FFIE are presenting some incredible price action coming in shortly. There is, I believe, a 69% move for FFIE. Ticker symbol VS is looking at an almost 100% move to the upside. Take a look at the opportunities coming up. Catfish Bossy, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you. Anthony, what is up, man? So you're saying Montreal, Canada says hello to you, my dude. Thank you. Thank you. That is very kind of you. Let's see. Devin, what is up, my dude? A good evening, Arca. Let's go. Love your style. I appreciate that comment, my dude. All of those comments actually mean a great deal to me, and this is why it pushes me to continue and providing all the best that I can for the Arca Bulls family and the new people coming in. Arms wide open, right, you guys? So let's see what else is going on, chat. Rosie Gray Glasses saying still late on Q2 and Q3 2022 earnings. Yes, okay. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. But yes, you guys, make sure to check out the videos that I've already put out regarding FFIE and ticker symbol VS. Okay, you guys, everything is looking very, very good. So let's see. Let's go ahead. Oh, there we go. Ended June 30th, and it's from 10Q for the period ended September 30th. Okay. So the delinquent filings, this is for BBIG, by the way. So staff granted the company an exception until January 31st, 2023 to regain compliance with the rule. Subsequently, on January 26, 2023, the company requested additional time to file the delinquent filings, and staff granted the company an exception until February 13th, 2023. So no regain compliance with the rule. Mark Roach, thank you so much for that. So now, upon further review, staff determined that the company did not meet the terms of the exception because it had not filed the delinquent filings by February 13th, 23. Let's see, the company will appeal staff's determination to a hearings panel, the panel, quote unquote, right, pursuant to the procedures set forth in the NASDAQ listing rule 5800 series. Okay, my goodness. So there is, I see what you mean. So is that to be believed why BBIG is actually facing some downside? Is that what's going on here, guys? Or what is the deal? Okay, so just go ahead and chime in the chat if you have any further information on that. I think it is worth talking about, right? Because there are a lot of people long BBIG, and we could definitely do something to help them out and see what's happening. At least give them the forecast, right? So 100%. I see what you mean. So Sean O, what is up, my dude? Thank you so much for your dono. And you are saying we are slowly getting unstuck with AMC. GTII looks like it's poised for another run. Thanks for what you do. Sean O, you are so kind, my dude. And you continually do this, and you ask for nothing. You are absolutely something. And I really appreciate you, my dude. Absolutely appreciate you. Hound, what is up, Hound? Good to see you in the chat. Absolutely happy to have you here. So you're saying I'm pretty hyped over CLNV after seeing you cover it yesterday and Friday. I'm about due for a big win too. I definitely hear you on that. I know that a lot of people in CLNV have actually faced some losses, right? But I am seeing an absolute upside for CLNV. Guys, there are absolute opportunities coming up, okay, starting with ticker symbol VS and FFIE, followed by GTII, followed by, guys, it's everywhere, okay, you guys? Please go ahead and refer to the videos that I've already released because there are incredible plays already in action, okay, you guys? Lots of opportunities right in here. Brendan Casey saying, I'm so grateful for all of your work, Arca, and you deserve flourishing infinite amounts of sweet and righteous gifts from the universe. My sir, that is absolute language right there, man. I am a big fan over how you stated that. Thank you so much. It couldn't be more. I mean, it's so grand. Brandon, you are awesome, my dude. Thank you. I appreciate you infinitely. Okay, so Catfish Watch Racing, where can I purchase CLNV? Okay, that is a good question, you guys. I'm pretty sure that you can. Is it not Webull? I know, obviously, you guys, you want to make sure, if you are using Webull, please make sure to disable the borrowing feature that allows the market makers to use your shares as borrowed, right? Collateral. You don't want that to happen. Make sure to disable that feature as soon as you can, right? So let's go ahead and just take a look at Webull here and see if the equity is available for trading. So it does not look available for trading. Guys, go ahead and chime in and let me know where we can trade CLNV. I'm pretty sure TradeStation. I'm pretty sure Fidelity. I think the big boy. Accounts are going to be able to do that, or brokers, right? So TD Ameritrade, Fidelity as well. Thank you, Hound. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and search on TradeStation as well, and this TradeStation is actually pretty cool because it does have connectivity into TradingView, which allows you to connect your broker and trade it directly from this platform right here, which is very cool, by the way. So let me, guys, if you already see it, I'm not sure if anybody can say. You can't, Indra H, you can't, by the way, good morning to you, Indra. You cannot trade CLNV. Why? What's the deal with that? That really sucks. Not cool, not cool. My goodness. I hate using the app, to be very honest with you. So let me go ahead and now add it. CLNV, and let's see. It already exists in the quote. Oh, I already got it here. Okay, so yeah, guys, it looks like you can trade it on TradeStation as well. So it looks like the people, let's see, who chimed in over here. So we have, we have Fidelity, we have Schwab, we have TradeStation. There are a few, actually. Wow. Okay, all right, not bad. Stick Vicious, thank you so much. That is very kind of you, my brother. Thank you so much. Guys, for the new people in the chat, please go ahead and refer to the links in the description below, as I am now offering my first educational trading endeavor, and it is called the ARC Masters Trading Course. Go ahead and refer to the links in the description below so that you can reserve your seat now, as there are only about 16 seats available, okay? So out of the 30 total. So please know that it is filling up quite rapidly, and I would like for you not to miss out on the first trading endeavor that Arca Bulls family is undergoing, right, you guys? So go ahead and refer to those links. Let's go ahead and see what the chat is saying. Thank you, Stig. That really means a lot, my battle. Thank you. So Indra, not even on my OTC account. Damn, that really sucks. And are you unable to open up anything with let's see. Wow, so Interactive Brokers actually does not have CLNV. Very, very interesting there. So yeah, TD Ameritrade is, I know that they usually have like all of those OTCs. So definitely, if I were to recommend anything, and I'm not sponsored by them, or I am not getting paid to even shill this at all, but TD Ameritrade and TradeStation would be the two brokers that would allow for OTCs, and the majority of the OTCs as well. So Sebastian Lim coming in the trade, I'm sorry, in the chat, saying I can't trade CLNV, CEOS as well. Wow, that really sucks. Make sure to hit that like button on the way in, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. We're going to get started with these tickers shortly enough. We just got to make sure that we situate the chat and see what's good, right? So, Dame Time, what is up? Good to see you, and thank you so much for stopping. Goodbye, guys. I'm very excited to be streaming tonight. We're going to be looking at a super bullish, very, very bullish coming week, you guys. We need to make sure that we are prepared for the absolute upside thrusts that are being presented right now. Oh my goodness, guys. Please go ahead and check out the videos for VS, okay? Make sure to check out the videos for FFIE, KPRX, guys, TRKA. All of these tickers are giving us a massive bull signal, and I absolutely encourage for everybody to check those out whenever you can, okay, you guys? So please remember, if you guys are new to the chat, I'm going to be reviewing the SPY first. We're going to just go ahead and look at the broader markets before we look at our analysis and our request picks, right? So just know, you guys, that we are going to be looking at the broader markets first, and then we can continue our analysis. We need to make sure that the broader markets are looking, whatever they're saying, we just want to make sure that we are on top of the game here. Okay, you guys, very excited to be streaming for you guys tonight. Okay, you guys. So Indra H saying TRKA closed at 59% in Germany. That is absolutely in line with what I was talking about yesterday now, wasn't it? So I was actually talking about TRKA plateauing at about, let's see, my target was 32.30. No, actually 32.15. Guys, come on. It was actually right upside of the 1.618, which is usually what ends up happening when trading gets halted. Okay, so as you can see, it kind of did happen, right? Very excited that we actually were able to see the resistance zone first, right? Thank you so much for those who were actually chiming in and providing the live data while we were actually, streaming last night. So interesting price action here, guys. So let's see what else the chat is saying. Candace Morrison, good to see you in the chat again. Let's see, Arca, hey guys, sorry I'm late. Very good to see you here nonetheless. Absolutely excited to be streaming here for you guys tonight. Okay, so Samantha H saying hi to Candace. Let's see, Anthony, Mr. Levitz has major losses to make back. We're gonna make sure that we can revise those tickers and see what's good. Okay, you guys, TRKA pump and dump coming. My goodness, man, it looks like it could be if we do get that rejection, right? So we have to be very careful with how we proceed in the markets tomorrow. Okay, you guys, we're gonna look at all those stuff. So Nuno Texas Arca, I'm back for COSM Sharks. Thanks for everything that you do for us, and please guys, thank you so much. Make sure guys to hit that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and dive in with COSM as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and load up the charts now, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the SPY first, and we're gonna see what's going down. Okay, so hold on just a moment. Let's go ahead and make sure that we can get this going. I know the music is still going. We're just gonna leave it on for right now so that we can have some good vibes, right? As soon as we do finish the SPY, then we'll go ahead and start that really serious topic, right? So okay, so remember guys that I was talking about the SPY running on a descending channel, which by the way is absolutely bullish and definitely something that we want to succeed. Okay, so we are looking at momentum suggesting an upside as soon as the 8-hour, but let's go ahead and refer to the 30-minute immediate short term. Okay, so the 30-minute is showing an upside continuation already. However, please remember that when you're sitting right here in that gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, you can actually face a little bit of some sideways trading, but it's not always the case. Let's just go ahead and go over the SPY first, and then we'll get our analysis going. Let's just see how the markets are feeling before we know our tickers of choice, right? So let's go ahead and continue here. Let's see the buy hourly and collect those dots and see what we have coming for tomorrow. All right, so go ahead and notice right here that the RSI signal line, purple line, is making a bullish cross over that 14-day simple outside of the danger zone. Okay, so this is suggesting an upside even still. Let's move on. What is that 6-hour saying? So the 6-hour is giving us some consolidation as well. Absolutely pertinent when we're sitting upside of the 1.618, which is absolutely bullish for us. Okay, let's move on as the upside will be included right here. Absolutely. The 8-hour time frame is suggesting a limited upside. If I were able to give you a range to that upside before finding a type of resistance, I would honestly actually have to put it into a couple areas first. Okay, first of which can actually be just upside of the 1 fib at about 409.46 to about our resistance zone right up here at about 411.07. So there is upside to look at for tomorrow regarding the SPY. Okay, so it looks like we do have some consolidation on the 12-hour, and then we have the downside on the daily, which is absolutely pertinent because we are going to be facing resistance from this zone that I just spoke about. Okay, so we can face that resistance, come back down, and then we can see what's going down. Let's see what the buy hourly is saying, and I'm sorry, what the buy daily and the 3-day is saying. Okay, so this is juicy for the 3-day. It looks like it's a limited downside. If we are to face a limited downside in this perspective here, let's just go ahead and get the value of the after hours close versus the 3-day. Okay, 407.40. And then we have 407.26 at the market. All right, perfect. Okay, so 407.26. All right, so yeah, if we're looking at a limited downside on the 3-day, remember the 3-day, we're going to face an upside first though. The SPY can actually, I mean, honestly, this can actually play some pretty nice calls or long calls, right, for tomorrow's price action, as there is an upside to be expected. My overall targets before facing resistance, guys, are going to be this. Okay, please go ahead and refer to the targets at the 0618 at about 411.23. And let's go ahead and just see where that 411.23 lands in the, yeah, perfect. Right at that resistance, right? So we could face that 411.23 with an upside pivot to about 413.01 at the highest, okay, right around there, and then we would reject, okay? So, but in the 3-day, because it is suggesting a downside and limited, then that means that the space between the RSI signal and the 14-day simple, I'm actually thinking that that could be the space between the 413 area to all the way back down to the 405.30 before a bounce. Okay, so we are in the process of fulfilling this this range. Okay, so if you know the range now, then you can be aware as to how to trade the ranges in options with your SPY ticker. Okay, you guys, please make sure, if you are going to be trading options, make sure to be aware of your Greeks. Okay, make sure that you have low theta. Theta means whatever the theta means is just whatever the amount it is that it's showing you. If it's like 0.002 or 0.02, that means that you're losing 0.02 times 100 shares in the security every day you hold the options contract. Okay, make sure to know that you have a small amount of theta. Make sure that you can get the best beat on a gamma and delta. Okay, so your delta will be the number one. As soon as you run at the money or in the money, you will then be looking at a gamma ramp. Okay, so your gamma will then be applied to your delta, and you can then be making gamma plus delta times 100 shares in the security, and that's going to be your total amount. Okay, make sure that the implied volatility is high, hopefully above 100%, right? Make sure that your open interest is high, hopefully above 600%. Guys, there are a lot of metrics to keep in consideration when you're trading your options. Okay, make sure that you also know when to get in and when to get out. Okay, make sure. Okay, Mr. Levitt's telling me to make sure to hydrate. I absolutely agree, my dude, as I am getting a little parched already in all this excitement, right? Very cool. I'm excited to stream for you guys tonight, guys. Straight up, I'm very happy. Okay, so the SPY is looking good. I think the upside for the SPY is absolutely going to help not only GTII, but it's going to help AMC continue on to that upside, and a lot of other tickers as well. Okay, you guys, so I want to go ahead and now just kind of end it for the SPY. But if we want to go ahead and just rate the trade, let's go ahead and do it now. Chat, dive in. Let's rate the trade for the longs right here. We're looking at, please remember, hold on. Let's go ahead and see. We have immediate upside, right? So remember that the two zones that I'm looking at for that resistance area is going to be 411.23 to about the top side, and very high is 413.01 before a retracement. Okay, so what are we rating this for the longs? D plus being your break even, D minus being your max loss for the day. Mark Roach giving me a B. MM giving this long trade for the SPY a B as well. Very good. Sebastian Lim giving it an A minus. 100. Thank you, my dude. Who else has got to say for this ticker? Okay, so Indra H giving this a B minus. Absolutely good stuff. So please remember that I am not suggesting like a straight, green candle party all the way to the upside. Of course, it's going to take its time, right? We are looking at the 12-hour and the 8-hour time frames for that upside suggestion, but nonetheless, I think that the sentiment is feeling pretty good regardless of how the markets are feeling, even in the slow pace. Okay, I think everybody's bullish. I think that we had a great weekend. I think that a lot of tickers ended in the green, and this is going to actually push the broader markets to the upside. Mr. Levitt's giving it a B as well. Guys, I am going to go ahead and dive into the SPY and give this a long rating. Please remember that it doesn't matter what I'm rating it, okay? Just go ahead and feel what I'm feeling, right? Apply it to your knowledge. Take whatever I do say with a grain of salt, okay? And then just apply it to yourselves. It does not mean that you have to follow what I'm saying whatsoever. I'm sure you know, we're all adults. We all know the best thing for our wallets. Okay, so let's go ahead and rate the long rating here. In my personal take, you guys, I'm actually looking at this at a solid B, and this is pretty bullish in my stance. Okay, so I definitely think that we can make that upside a continuation. Okay, you guys, so if you are considering opening a long put, please go ahead and refer to the targets of about 411.23 to the top side of about 413.01 at the highest, okay, you want to make sure that you fill resistance first. Let's see if there's any SMAs there, okay, or an EMA in the 12 hours. So nothing there. In fact, the SMA 10 is right under the 411.23 area, okay, and it's very much in conjunction with what could be the resistance of our channel. All right, so that would be an area. That would be an area to load up. Keith, you're saying that my screen is a bit blurry. Guys, can you confirm that? Chat, go ahead and dive in and tell me if you're not able to select what the resolution is, because you can actually select it. You can actually select what the resolution is going, okay? Because I think I have like a pretty high stream, or 1080, I think. So let's see, Barbara Young saying, Arca, when you list duration number of days, is that trading days? Yes, absolutely. Barbara Young, good question. That is only trading days, because let me see, hold on. Let me just go ahead and refer to this real quick. Yeah, so please go ahead and notice this, okay? Notice down here in the dates, okay? Check it out. As I start to move on to Friday, okay? Friday goes into Monday, okay? That's why I am giving trading days. Guys, there's only 252 trading days in the year, okay? So it is regarding those days, not the weekends. Good question. Good question. Thank you so much for asking that. So Mr. Levitt saying 1080p is coming in crystal clear. Go ahead and change out your resolution settings on your phone or your device to favor the 1080p, and or check your internet connection from home or wherever you're sitting. So it looks like everything is pretty clear for the rest of the chat. Guys, if you're new to the chat, please go ahead and like the video so that we can get that algorithm stimulated to bring in some more people, right? Also, guys, there are 16 seats available left, okay, from the 30 seat that I actually just announced last night for the ARC Masters trading course, okay? Refer to the link in the description below, and that'll give you more information for my first trading educational endeavor, okay? You guys, make sure to get your seat reserved before they are all taken, okay? So let's go ahead and make sure, also, Cal L, thank you, to make sure to leave a comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know how we can improve. Let us know if you hate me, anything, okay? So please remember, long rating for SPY is going to be a B, and I think this is pretty good for the markets tomorrow, as it will assist in the upside in our favorite tickers, okay? Very good stuff. Let's go ahead and now move on to ticker symbol MSFT and dim the music down a little bit so we can get it a little more serious right now, okay, you guys? Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Very excited to see everybody in here tonight. Look at the chat going crazy. So let's go ahead and now load up MSFT, okay, you guys? So this is one that I want to make sure to look at because I have received a few requests for it. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the rest of the tickers, okay? So let's see. The last time I looked at this, for real, was really that last time? Damn. Let's see what it has done since, okay? So Microsoft. Oh, right. We were looking at the macro picture for Microsoft. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and touch on those details right now. Okay, you guys. So this is actually I'm compelled to look at some moving averages for this. Please know that we're riding a broadening descending wedge. If you are curious to know how Microsoft moves, please go ahead. If you are a TradingView holder and you use TradingView as your trading platform, I'm going to give you a couple tips right now. Okay, you guys. Also, if you are interested in acquiring TradingView, they do have a free account and a free trial with every feature included for 30 days. Please go ahead and find the link in the description below, as it will help out my trading future as well. I am an affiliate with them. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and just click this plus button right up here. That will allow you to add a pair, okay? So meaning that you can pair Microsoft with something else. Let's go ahead and pair on a new price scale, the SPY, okay? So when you do this, you can actually see the SPY coming up. Please go ahead and refer to the left side, as this is where the SPY is showing the valuation versus the Microsoft, okay? So you can actually minimize it here, grab the SPY just like this and you can move it around. So please notice the correlation between the price action of the broader markets and Microsoft itself. Okay, so this is how you know that we can actually see deep correlation between tickers. Okay, so now that we know that the broader markets are looking pretty bullish tomorrow, we can only expect an upside as well for Microsoft. Let's just go ahead and make sure that we are looking at that correctly. Okay, so let's open up the 12-hour now and see what we got going. Okay, so let's move, let's get our indicators up. Let's get everything on here so that we can see what the potentials are. Okay, so let's see what we have in the, oh, wow. Okay, guys, check this out. Very curious. All right. On the daily, I've been actually looking at this because I needed to check on some upper term time frame crosses, right? So please notice that this is a silver cross happening right now, and this is actually the crossing of the 50-day exponential moving average over the 20-day exponential moving average, and it has realized, and that upside has continued. Okay, so usually when we are above that when we are above that 20 exponential, the upside does continue. Okay, so historically speaking, you can actually see that whenever we are above like this, okay, the white line, you can see that the price action continues on to the upside, right? So as soon as we cross below it, then the price action goes to the downside, right? So very curious that we have been testing it. We tested it here, we failed, we tested it larger here, and now we're actually testing it for a larger move to the upside, okay? Very, very curious price action here, as it is suggesting a continuation to the upside, okay, which means that the broader markets are as well. So let's go ahead and go and refer to our momentum indicator, which is going to be the RSI, and let's look at the immediate short-term time frame. So let's go to the 30-minute and see what we got. Okay, so the 30-minute is suggesting a small, very, very short-term pullback, likely to actually find some a loading zone right at about, if this is discretionary, remember guys, 257.45 to about 257.76 could be a loading zone for this, and you can see that we're actually facing resistance on the 30-minute exponential moving average here. So let's go ahead and refer to the bi-hourly, see what we got. Bi-hourly is actually suggesting some consolidation, but also an upside pivot. Notice that we are in the bear strength percentile and in that gravitational zone, which could land in line with that 30-minute, suggesting a short-term pullback as well. What is the 6-hour saying? 6-hour suggesting now an upside. We are in the junction between the bear strength and the bear weakness percentile, which usually mean a thrust to the upside is to be expected. The 8-hour and 12-hour should be facing up. Let's see, there we go. So the 8-hour is facing up right now, getting close to that gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, which would essentially launch us to the upside. Let's see what the 12-hour has to say. 12-hour suggesting slightly upside, a little bit of consolidation as well. Let's see what the daily corrective and bi-daily corrective. Okay, so now the 3-day is where it's juicy, okay? So we're looking at, this is, remember, 3-day, okay? So this is going to take a couple weeks or at least a few weeks for it to realize. The downside is limited here, okay? So that support line could very well be to that exponential moving average alongside the newly converted resistance into support, which, by the way, has not been tested as a form of support before a continuation onto the upside. The movement here suggested by momentum is absolutely in line with what should happen per the trading book rules, okay? These are things that you will be learning in the ARC Masters course, okay? So go ahead and refer to those links. Guys, let's go ahead and now look at those targets. Please remember that in about 2 weeks or a week and a half, I can see a downside target of about 251.16, maybe even earlier, okay? Before a bounce to the upside, respecting actually that daily silver cross, and it looks like even the bi-daily is now getting that fresh cross to the upside. Check it out. And as soon as we start getting all those crosses in line, everything is moving to the upside. 8-hour, we have that silver cross right over here suggesting an upside. We're bouncing from that exponential moving average. Guys, this is good. Okay, so the 20 exponential is literally serving as that support line right now, okay? So look at the daily, see that cross right over here, the silver cross, right? Look at the bi-daily getting prepped for it. We have that upside so freshly in, and that 3-day is looking like it's about to happen. So be very conscious of what's happening in the broader markets, okay, you guys? So Microsoft, after about, I'd say a month, I can definitely see an upside of about 289 to about 294.45, literally talking about 3 weeks to about 4 weeks. the target up there is absolutely in line. Okay, you guys. So that's going to do it for ticker symbol MSFT. And let's go ahead and rate the longs here, you guys. So chat, go ahead and dive in. What are we rating this for the longs? So go ahead and know that the D- is actually a suggestion for a max loss. D+ is your break even. What else do we got? What are we looking at as far as a long rating for Microsoft? Okay, you guys, remember, it doesn't actually have to be, it doesn't have to be mine. Okay, so Stick Vicious giving this a B rating. Very nice, very nice. The upside is actually suggesting pretty soon too. So this is looking pretty good. Okay, you guys. Mark Roach giving it an A-. Very nice. Catfish Posse Racing giving it a C+. All right. Good deal. I like where the sentiment is. Okay. So please remember, let's see. Accumulation period, very short. Okay. Before we can actually face an upside continuation. And that accumulation period is, remember guys, likely to be right below us. It doesn't look to be exponential whatsoever. Okay, so that loading period could very well be between the space. I'm going to be very discretionary about this. Okay, so 254.77 to about 251.16 before an upside. So we're getting let's see, Nobody giving it a B rating. Nice. Trevor Brown giving it a 4-week A. Absolutely agreed. So Diffs Patel giving it a B-. So guys, I am actually favoring a pretty substantial swing move on this. Okay, so B, similar to SPY, very similar. So if I'm actually giving you my own rating here, I would actually not gain entry until the validation of the full downside here to about 251.40 ish, or 250. I'm sorry, yeah, 250.90, just about 250, 251. Upon this touch right here, the trade for the long side for about a month swing could be pretty substantial. And I'm going to give this a B+ rating as soon as we do get that touch. Aggressive traders will try to range trade from here onto the upside targets, right? But I would honestly favor the conservative traders. Bring it back down to 249, 250, and then that upside move. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and end that now for ticker symbol Microsoft. Good deal. Thank you guys for suggesting that. And we'll make sure to put the long rating here for the timestamps later on. So this is going to be a B+ for the longs. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. We have a lot of tickers to be going over, guys. I'm very excited to be looking at them tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on now to ticker symbol BBIG, as that is actually something that I have not looked at for quite some time. And let's see what it's got. Okay, so actually maybe it's been about 2 weeks. Let me see what it's done from my last chart. Let's see what it's got. Okay, so yeah, let me write that in the notes as well, and then we can continue. All right, so perfect. Let's see what we got. When was the last time I looked at this damn thing? So that was actually 2022. That was January. Nice. Has it been that long since that last space call I was invited to? My goodness, it could have been. There we go. This is actually better. Nice. Perfect. Okay, this was regarding the last live that we were talking about. So test number 5, actually, it did fail, but we did get the, oh my goodness. Okay, so this, yeah, guys, this was a very complex breakout that I was actually talking to a lot of people about. Descending channel on the macro picture. We've been running this on BBIG since, let's see, September 2. Okay, so this is September 2nd, 2021. And we made that breakout on test number 5, which, by the way, it has not failed just yet. It's still in the process of test number 5 breakout. The reason why I can tell you this is because this is a complex breakout, is a buy formation breakout. Okay, so you're looking at a descending channel, which is bullish and presenting a macro reversal. Okay, another thing to notice here is that this is also a broadening descending wedge, which presents an upside, which, by the way, it has not realized its its price objective, which could actually be at 96.74. It hasn't realized it yet. What we did is we actually broke out from that broadening descending wedge. We actually broke out of the channel in that attempt as well. But the thing is that upon breaking out of this out of the wedge, we need to come back. And we need to validate this area as a form of support. It looks like we just got that, right? I'm talking, well, relative to the 3-day chart, right? So it looks like we just got that. And we are in the process of printing something very, very interesting right now, guys. So this is, I mean, in some essence, this is considered to be a bearish engulfing. but we need to make sure that it does close as a bearish engulfing and not above this green area from the candle. Okay, so if it does close above the area, I'm talking about a candle closure 58.41, actually 58.30 and up, then the price action can lead to the upside. Please notice that we are knocking at the door of this resistance line from the descending channel. Okay, so we actually have to be very careful with what's happening right over here. Okay, so let's refer to our moving averages. Okay, I want to go ahead and put in our averages. Let's do the simples and some exponentials as well. All right, so on the 3-day time frame, of course, we're facing that resistance from not only that channel, but of course the SMA 10. But let's refer to the immediate short-term time frame with momentum now. Okay, so let's load that up and look at the 30-minute and see what it's got. 30-minute looks to be already pretty overextended. I would not suggest any type of short sellers or short positions or even long puts if it does have an options chain. I think it does actually. So I would not suggest for you guys to open at this gravitational zone here. Well, of course, it's going to take us a little lower, but in this process, the longs are starting to load here. Okay, so you got to be very careful. Let's go ahead and see the buy hourly. The buy hourly is already losing some of that bear strength, and it's showing by that pivot too. All right, let's go to the 6 hour and see what it's got. The 6 hour is also showing strength from the bulls. Okay, we're losing that strength on the bears, and it's actually, let's see. Yeah, this is a complete break of market structure, okay, you guys? So you're looking at ladder, right, and then ladder, and then a failed ladder, huge bullish engulfing on the 6 hour here. We made that upside move, and now we're reaccumulating, allowing some more longs to get in the picture here so that we can push this to the upside. So this is very interesting. Let's continue moving up and see what it's got. 8 hour to the downside, 12 hour to the downside, and so is the daily. That is in respects to making a short-term upside move to face these resistances once again before another rejection at that 62.53 level yet again. So referring to the longer-term time frames, it's going to be contingent upon the shorter term to influence this to the upside. So if we have more information regarding this, let me get rid of the RSI and start loading up volatility and momentum and see what it's got for us. Okay, so we're looking at here on the buy daily, but let's go ahead and just refer to the daily and see what it's got. BBIG could be loading something, but we want to make sure that we are looking at it correctly. Okay, so let's go to the 3-day and see if anything is happening within also the shorter term time periods. Okay, no matter what. Okay, so it may be actually playing out on the 6 hour. So the 6 hour is still suggesting that downside that we're looking at, right? But we're entering that critical volatility zone. If that critical volatility zone is reached again and momentum is still suggesting that downside, the downside could be very limited to touching that current low once again of about 52.54 over the span of about I would say another few days before this actually reaches. I mean, look at this. We're already reaching critical oversold. We're in the bear strength percentile, right? But if we reach that oversold area, we're definitely going to start correcting up in here. So there's some sideways consolidation and downside for BBIG in the immediate short-term time frame before it can actually load a pretty powerful move to the upside. The last time we actually did come down to contractive levels and favored an upside, we made a pretty strong move to the upside. So this is, guys, yeah, this is still loading up something nice. It's not quite the time just yet, but go ahead and refer to this in a few days, and I think this is actually going to load up a nice move to where then it's actually going to face the upside and true breakout out of this macro channel. Okay, it is a macro channel. We need to actually we need to consider a few things first before we can continue. All right, you guys. So that's going to do it for BBIG. It's looking slightly bullish, slightly bearish, but we still have some downside to look at first. Okay, you guys. So make sure not to rate this one just yet. Okay, we'll make sure to refer back to this. Make sure to remind me. Okay, if you want to look at BBIG again, come back, get into the Discord, look at the early ticker pickers. Which, by the way, I apologize for not looking at today. I know that I still owed a few tickers from yesterday, but we will get to them as soon as humanly possible. Okay, you guys. So that is gonna do it for ticker symbol BBIG. Please please make sure to know that this is going to be a no rating, as I have made my promise to you into not looking at favoring the short sellers. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and now load up ticker symbol ATVI next. Okay, so what do we got? What do we got for ticker symbol ATVI? I already have it loaded in the broader markets right over. I'm sorry, in the broader picture. Sorry. And we can, in this price action, actually, very, very interesting price action here on the 5-day. We can already see that we're going to face a resistance right at about 79.21 from 77.57, right? I don't want to just tell it like that, okay? Obviously, we want to go ahead and refer to the shorter term time periods as well, okay? So let's go ahead and now move on with the analysis, okay? We're going to go ahead and now look at the, let's go down a little bit more. Let's go to the daily. All right, so please notice on the daily how every time frame is now below us, okay? So we have that SMA 200, very important that the price action is now above that SMA 200, suggesting a continuation to the upside and actually suggesting that the broader markets are looking pretty healthy as well. Okay, you guys, so definitely know that this is Activision Blizzard, the gaming company, okay? It's overall bullish no matter what. Activision has been around for quite a while, and they've been developing newer and newer technology for actually even sound design and also gaming theory, okay? So good stuff for ATVI in the coming sessions. Let's go ahead and now refer to our momentum and see what we got going in the immediate short-term time frame. Let's go ahead and refer to the 30-minute and see what we got. Okay, very, very awesome price action here in the last iteration here on the last trading day, right? So please notice that the 30-minute is suggesting an immediate upside, approaching that bull strength percentile and also that gravitational zone that would essentially pressure us to the upside. Let's move on. Bi-hourly suggesting upside as well. It looks to be a little limited, right? But I have to express concern over just about 77 could be that area. And let's see. Yeah, 77 to about 77.88 in the bi-hourly. But let's continue. Let's go ahead and pull up that 6 hour. The 6 hour is already making a bullish cross here. Nice. Okay, so we're crossing above the SMA 14 and also something that I usually don't talk about because, you know, this is actually something that I will talk about in the ARC Masters course as well. But this is what I'm referring to. When moving averages get crossed while everything is pivoted to the upside, it's quite different than making a bullish cross like this. Okay, so if you're facing the downside and the moving averages cross to the downside like this, but a bullish cross, it doesn't impact as hard as when you have moving averages pivoted towards the upside and favoring that upside cross. Okay, so these are important things to notice as well. So in this case, we are getting a bullish cross over everything on the SMA 10, and we are currently using it as a form of support on the 6 hour. This is suggesting a continuation to the upside and pretty substantially. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that 12 hour and see what we got. So the 12 hour already finding that support from that SMA 10. We are very much in that gravitational zone, suggesting an upside continuation. Very good. All right, the daily is suggesting consolidation. And we are now in the bullish control zone here in the buy daily, suggesting upside soon. And we have upside pivots on the 3-day as well. Guys, ATVI is actually on its way. For sure, this thing is on its way. 5-day already suggesting massive upside as well. Very interesting price action here, guys. And notice that on the 5-day, we're also way above that SMA 200. And we are in line to look at that, just like I said earlier, 79.25 by potentially the end of this week. If not the coming week. Okay, you guys. So that's what I'm looking at for ATVI. This is very good. And this is still suggesting an upside. If we're looking at any type of loading zone, it's not suggesting it. So that means that you would have to let this play out first in the short term to a geometrical target before you can actually face a rejection and a reloading zone. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, you take into consideration the last 4 hour candle, right? So the one before the last one, sorry. You take it from the swing high to the swing low. Look at the next target. Okay, so the next target would, 77.79, right? We're already talking about that target. Okay, so if we can go ahead and draw a line here for that 77.79 area, this is going to be your resistance, right? You face that resistance, let it pull back. Then in that pullback, you'll likely see a touch back to, let's load up the EMAs and see where they are, because this is pretty important to notice. The 4-hour chart is likely to live out pretty fast. I'm saying that the EMA 30 would potentially be right at around 77.21. This moving average would probably be at around 77.21 upon facing rejection from that 1.618, from which then you could load up right there. Okay, so literally how price action is following. Okay, so then that area would be one loading zone for you to consider a long position on ATVI. Okay, so yes, it is very expensive. The shares, this is big stuff right here. Okay, you guys. So market cap sitting at let's see, 60.70 billion. You have a float of 732 million. Okay, so this is absolutely healthy, and it is suggesting an upside. Even still. So this is good stuff. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for ticker symbol ATVI. And let's go ahead and rate it. Okay, you guys, what are we rating it? Longs, go ahead and dive in. We're not looking at any type of pullback unless we do face that 1.618 first before a pullback, and then this thing would potentially rocket ship to about 78.94 to about 79.51, sorry, over the span of about, I'd say, a few days. So Mark Roach giving it a B already. Devin, BBIG could delist soon, Keith. Oh my goodness. So Indra H giving me a B- on the trade. Nobody giving it a B+. And what else do we got? What else do we got on this, guys? So Dips Patel giving it a B. The sentiment is nice. The sentiment is nice around ATVI. I like it a lot. Stick Vicious giving it a C+. It's definitely a safe play. Of course, it's super expensive, right? But yes. So Mr. Levitt's giving it a B and a B+ after a pullback. So I agree, man. I agree. The sentiment is looking nice. Dame Time giving this a B as well. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to actually have to agree with all of you. I'm giving this a solid B. And it's because these types of tickers follow the price action and rules a little closer than the OTC tickers, right? So Keith saying, I sure hope not have to wait and see. You're talking about, you're talking to Devin, sorry. So let's go ahead and now just give that rating a solid B in my perspective, right, you guys? I think the overall sentiment is right on with this ticker, okay? So we'll go ahead and note it that it is a C+, and note as well that we have a C+ rating on the notes over here for the timestamps later, right? So long rating, and that's going to be the B+. Got it. All right, cool. So guys, let's go ahead and now move on to the next ticker, which is actually going to be, and I'm not sure if I loaded it up already. I actually don't think so, right? So no problem whatsoever. We're going to look at ticker symbol. Where are my notes? Why am I forgetting like that? I'm blanking crazy. EVGO. All right, so let's go ahead and load that next. Good stuff, guys, good stuff. So I'm wondering if we actually have seen that ticker before. I'm not sure. The last time we looked at it was on January 14th. Let's see what it's done since. Good stuff, guys, good stuff. Very excited to be here tonight, guys. Make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. And please refer to the links in the description below where you will find my first trading and training endeavor. Okay, so that's going to be the ARC Masters course. There are 30 limited seats, and of which I'm sure it's actually under 16 seats now, right? So it's filling up pretty fast. Make sure to grab yourself a seat and reserve your spot for the ARC Masters trading course. All right, you guys. So find the link in the description below. Let's go ahead and now move on. The ticker symbol EVGO, right? Okay, so what do we have in store for us? Let's look at that float. So the market cap is actually a 1.7 bill. Nice. And the float is a little smaller. It's a 67.6 mil, 67.7 mil. Okay, so this is it's not bad, although I'm a little weird over the float being that small with a higher valuation. Or let me see what it's faced. So the earnings is actually coming up on, when is it coming up? March 22nd, and okay. There's news. Let's see. So this, okay. What's next? Into pushes made. Okay. So, batteries and stuff. Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, so it's just important for us to, kind of look at whatever's happening, as any potential catalyst can help this move up or down, right? So, regarding our the last time we looked at this, we were talking about some ranges of support and resistance. Actually, a lot of it was realized, right? And it looks like we're still within that box. So it looks like now we are trading in what's commonly referred to as a chop box. Okay, you guys, so this is the range that we're trading. So this usually presents an opportunity for you to trade long and or short, knowing the potential ranges, right? So this can be gold for a lot of people. Okay, so we're noticing right now that we have turned that SMA 10 on the daily as a form of support. So let's see what's going on. Devin saying, thanks, Arca. Nice flow again tonight. Thank you so much, my dude. Really appreciate you. KYP, good to see you in the chat. TRKA, what's happening with this one? I will go ahead and update you. TRKA is actually going to be after IDEX. Okay, so go ahead and stick around and we will go ahead and go look at that one as well. After TRKA will be COSM. And then AMC. All right. So good stuff. Good stuff. Nuno, Texas. Thank you so much. Make sure to hit that like button, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and refer to momentum now on the immediate short-term time frame, just like we always do, guys. Let's see what we got in store for ticker symbol EVGO. So we already have an upside continuation and suggestion on the immediate short-term time frame. Let's see the micro time frames. Let's see what they got for us. Upside and upside. Okay. So very interesting here. Let's move on and collect the puzzle pieces and gauge our determination and our bias for this trade. Okay, so EVGO is looking like it's pressuring that 14-day simple to the upside. So again, this is going to be potentially a bullish cross of the 14-day of the RSI signal over the 14-day simple. And it looks like it actually may reach in the bi-hourly. This is short term, okay? So it actually may reach that gravitational zone, which would essentially propel this to find resistance at about 682 from 653. Let's continue on the analysis to see how much of an edge we can get. Okay, so the 6 hour is making a bullish cross here. Go ahead and I'm just going to zoom in just so you can see what I mean. Okay, see that's RSI signal above that 14-day simple. It looks like it's making a bullish cross, and we are now outside of the gravitational zone, which would essentially pressure us to the downside. Okay, so this is good. This is good. It's suggesting an upside even still. Based on the 6 hour, the top side target of about 709 it has a little bit of a high relevance now. Okay, so that was our previous 2.618 target. Okay, so this is KYP, that's so kind of you. That man, you hit the spot with that one. I hate it. Thank you. You are so amazing. KYP with a donation saying, thanks, Arca. Little something for James. Man, that's so kind of you. Thank you. I can't wait to show the family what you've done. Thank you so much. So, guys, anyway, back to the guy. It just chokes me up a little bit, right? When James gets mentioned, my little toddler. So, guys, go ahead and notice now that the 8 hour time frame is suggesting an upside as well, and it's making a very bullish cross above that 14-day simple. Guys, this is very good news for EVGO. Okay, so now the target that I'm looking at right up here of about $7.10 becomes even yet more relevant. Okay, so another thing to notice here is that there could be the building. Now that I'm looking at the higher term time frame, right? It looks like we're building a continuation pattern here. So what I mean by that is, and it's actually very confluent with the upside. Well, actually, you know what? Let me just continue the RSI, and I want to see if in the higher term time frame it becomes a little more valid. A lot of people are going to be talking about it. I see it too. Okay, but it's not being suggested. That could be a bear trap. Okay, I see the freaking herp and derp over here. Okay, we have a shoulder, we have a head, we have a shoulder. I see it. Okay, I'm not talking about the herp and derp. Okay, I'm talking about the momentum suggesting an upside even still. So that's what I mean by this being a bear trap. Okay, so actually this right over here, literally on Friday afternoon, that could have been that crazy bear trap right here. And just use the short sellers as liquidity and now pushing to the upside. Let's go ahead and now move on to the 12 hour. 12 hour suggesting a little bit of an upside as well as the daily. Not convincing enough though. Okay, there we go. So the bi-hourly time frame is where it's at. And I think I see what's going on. Okay. Very interesting. I think this is it here, you guys. Check this out. So I'm going to go ahead and now try to make a little bit of space here and remove some clutter from the chart just so I can show you what I'm seeing here. As this, let's get our trend lines up and make that drawing like this. Okay, so it looks like we could be in a pennant right now. Okay, so, and this would be the line right over here. So it would essentially be something like this, right? I'm going wick to wick basis right now. You can do a wick to body, body to wick, whatever you want. Okay, but in my personal style, I tend to favor wicks. Okay, so swing high, swing lows is usually what I tend to do. The reason why I didn't, more stuff that you will learn in the ARC Masters trading course is that sometimes psychology can play an upside move that creates more of a sentiment upside versus a technical upside. Okay, so in this case, we can ignore this. Okay, so now that we have our range, we can actually see that there is an upside coming in, and there could very well be a resistance at 687 from where we talked about already, but if we are favoring a whole pennant here, then the upside, man, there's actually two ways to draw this. Very interesting. Hold on, I see it again. Actually, this one is it right here, and it actually makes it a little bit closer. My goodness. Okay, so we're at about 50% completion to this pennant. Okay, pennants usually present an upside continuation when they're formed after an upside. Okay, so this would usually mean reaccumulation before a launch to the upside. So this is looking pretty bullish. Okay, you guys. So the buy daily is ending tomorrow. 15 hours and 3 minutes is when this buy daily iteration is going to finish, meaning that we're then going to be at that 50% zone, right at the 50% zone. We can likely face a resistance right up here. We can also make an upside, right? So we have the upside right here on this wick. We can always wick to the upside to about 710, 709, and then reclaim the inside and bounce. I'm saying that in about 4 days or 5 days maybe, this thing will essentially break out at 70%, 65% to the apex of the triangle, which is usually where you can find that bounce, and then this would make an upside. How will you find the upside target? Well, take a trend line from the top side of the triangle all the way to the bottom side of the triangle to gain your objective. Okay, so in this case, let's just go ahead and apply it to the supposed area of breakout. Okay, so in this case, it is suggesting a target of about $8.18, of which is very confluent. This is $8.18 right at this wick. The closing of this candle is right at 818. The wick low of this candle is right at 818. Wick high of this candle is also right at 818. Wick high here also. The closing of this candle, the opening of this candle, guys. There's a lot of correlation here. And let's now take a fib from the current price action. Okay, so from the current days, actually, you know what? From the current iteration right now, it's not high enough. So let's just take it from the previous buy daily iteration and see what the upside can take. Swing high to the swing low. And please notice that at 808, you have your 2.618 golden mean, pretty much right at the top of that suggestion. So we're going to go ahead and make a line right over here, a box, right, for a resistance zone. And there you go. That's essentially what I'm looking at for ticker symbol EVGO. By that time, we may actually face the SMA 200 as a form of resistance, but please notice that the correlation between the SMA 200 and that 3.618, that brings a lot of attention now. Okay, so I'm compelled to give you now a secondary area of take profit, and that would be at 876. This could be a very nice swing play, okay? Actually, and safe too. The fact that we're sitting at a 1.7 bill market cap, and I don't like that this is in the 67 million. I would rather this at least 100 million, but it's still safe. Okay, so this is I mean the EV companies and everything are starting to move, right? So this upside I'm absolutely favoring and I'm absolutely looking at. Remember, guys, so referring to momentum on the immediate short-term time frame for a loading zone, right, actually would not be suggested just yet. Remember what I mentioned, okay? So this you would actually have to play inversely, meaning that you would have to wait for the pullback, just like the other ticker we were looking at. So wait for the pump, right? We're going to face that resistance at about 696 to about 710. And then we can actually come back down to our current highs of about 659 or about 652 before getting long this and then actually trading the ranges, okay? So remember that this has some things to solidify first before it can reach these massive upsides. But overall, if we're looking at a potential entry from where we are now to that topside target, that's about a 33% gain. So, and now to the lower end of the targets, you're looking at about a 24%, 25% gain. Good stuff. Safe play. Definitely not as volatile as the OTC tickers, but this is it looks like it's a slower mover too. It doesn't look like it's pretty fast, okay? So let's go ahead and rate the trade. Chat, go ahead and dive in. Remember, D- would be your max loss and D+ will be your break even. What are we rating this for the longs, you guys? So I would honestly, in my opinion, wait for the entry at about 70% to the apex regarding the buy daily pennant that we're facing, okay? So right in this area, I think we can face it. So literally about 4 days, 5 days, right around there, we can face a pretty nice upside continuation. So Indra H giving me a B already. Nice. So if you're curious to see where volatility is sitting, it is very interesting to see. Actually, the daily may have it. There we go. All right. So we actually may have a for real play in line here. My goodness, guys. Take a look at the cross right here of the moving averages, and we are now in critical volatility. This is loading something, okay? The reason why I'm telling you this is because potentially this is going to start facing some volatility by reloading in this pennant and then breaking out, creating a massive upside from critical volatility, okay? So this can present some pretty nice opportunities, okay, you guys? I like what I see here. I like the potentials that it's facing, okay? So yeah, anyway, let's see what we got. So Indra H with a B, Mark Roach with a B, and we have a B+ as well. Okay, guys, I like it. I'm not gonna lie. Devin giving this a B trade as well. Very interesting. And I have to say, guys, you guys always seem to be pretty nice and pretty, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys are very in tune with the tickers. So Stick Vicious giving it a B. I like EVGO long, government money coming soon. Absolutely agreed. This can actually present an upside continuation. Remember, we were looking at the broader markets already potentially pivoting towards the upside. So even in the 5-day time frame, this is absolutely looking bullish. And it looks like in about a day and 15 minutes, we are going to be closing upside of the opening of this red candle, which would essentially be the confirmation candle for an upside continuation on a 5-day, okay? This is a hammer print right at the bottom side of a downside, okay? So this is bullish. This candle closing above, let's see, closing above $6.50 would pretty much give us that go ahead. We're going to continue on to the upside. Another thing to notice here is that it's just another stupid formation. It is a bull flag here, and it does have a higher hit rate. It does have a higher hit rate on the 5-day, okay, you guys? So know that I don't like these ridiculous formations, but it does have a higher term hit rate, okay? So this is pretty good, and it is very much contingent with that, or it's very much correlated, sorry, with that bullish candle right before. Okay, so 1 day, 15 hours, this thing is going to potentially close on the upside and suggest a continuation to the upside in a macro perspective. Good stuff, guys. So in my personal opinion, I am definitely going to give this for actually a longer trade, okay? I'm not talking about swing. I'm not talking about swing trading here. I'm actually more interested in the investment side of this, okay? So if you guys are curious over my first time ever looking at a type of investment play, this may actually present it without even knowing the fundamentals of the company myself. The price action is insinuating and suggesting a macro reversal, aside from the fact that we're riding a macro reversal formation in general. This literally tells us that we're about to face a shift in price action, this formation, okay? So In my personal opinion, remember, it does not have to be my opinion. Please just take it with a grain of salt and apply it to your strategy. We're going to finish this ticker off and move on to IDEX and TRKA next. Okay, you guys, so the long rating for ticker symbol EVGO, for my personal opinion, is going to be a B-, and I'm talking about investment, not for trading. Okay, so this is long term, and I'm thinking B- on this one. So this is pretty good, guys. I'm not gonna lie, and I think it's actually getting ready. It may have already floored, meaning that in January it found the true floor, and right now it gave us the second opportunity in February 8th before a macro continuation. Okay, so the lows may never be visited again in this stock, at least for another, months and months, or maybe even years ahead. And we're looking at the 5-day, okay, you guys, just to give you an idea, the space between this this peak here and this peak here. Let's just go ahead and gander at this. That is the space of about 280 days, okay? So that's literally a whole trading year. So just know that 5-day charts do take a long time to fulfill, and which is why I'm saying that this could be a great opportunity for investment purposes. All right, so that is it for ticker symbol EVGO. So let me go ahead and make sure to list the rating on this so we can include it on those timestamps later on, right? So good stuff, good stuff. Very, very excited to be streaming for all of you tonight. Make sure to like that button, make sure to subscribe, and also refer to the links in the description below to reserve your seats on my first trading endeavor. Okay, you guys, it's called the ARC Masters trading course. And there are only available 30 seats, of which probably 16 or 15 are left. Okay, so go ahead and reserve your seats now before it's too late. So now let's go ahead and just make sure that we do have that rating here. So long rating, I'm going to just type it in my laptop right in front of me, right? So long rating here is going to be B-, and it's also going to be for investment. Okay, guys? Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it, and I like where it's going. Let's see. So Steven saying, hey, Arca, about the course, wish to sign up, but really would like to need to know about the class recordings so I can attend if, let's see, if we have work, etc. during the course hours. This is somewhat important for me to take the step, particularly since my schedule. So Steven, I did reply to your email, and I remember that you said that you are a teacher, I think, and you end up teaching and you travel and stuff. So know for a fact that I am already looking at the potentials of scheduling maybe weekends, if that's something that's going to start to make sense for everybody in the trading course. Okay, so also know that I'm going to try to do whatever and anything in my power to make sure that all 30 get favored. I'm going to say it out loud just once, even if it is that I have to add a second day to it. I will make sure to get everybody in it no matter what. Okay, you guys, so please understand that I am looking out for you, okay? So we'll make sure to get that in line as well. Indra H saying, I have a time difference problem. Just so I can know, what time is it there right now? It's 10:05 p.m. here, and I would like to know what your time is. It's 8 a.m. there now, or 9 a.m.? Steven saying, and can we catch recordings after maybe? That is something I'm heavily considering, okay? I did put, Colin, I'll go ahead and list it in the list, okay? I do have a few of them to look after. So I will try my very best, okay? So let's see, what was that ticker? Hold on, guys, hold on. So that was a PBLA. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for stopping by. I'll try, okay? But that would be essentially about 7 tickers away or 6 tickers away. If I do not get to it today, I will get to it in the next stream, okay? But thank you so much for stopping by. So Indra, it's 7 a.m. Yes, recordings would be great. Okay. All right. So that's actually pushing me into considering the recordings for the master courses. Okay. So regardless, I'm going to try my best to get this done. So, and also just know for a fact as well that I'm also considering a final exam on this and a competency test. Okay. So, it will be a pretty demanding course starting, I would say starting from week number 4, but we are going to be preparing and we're going to be getting everybody up to date and how this is going to be trading. Okay. So Indra H saying on the weekend, I don't get up as early. No, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Okay. So, thank you so much for referring that question. So is this for beginners? It is absolutely for everyone, from beginners to the most advanced traders, as I am going to cover topics from absolute beginnings the absolute fundamentals of trading to the absolute most advanced techniques and strategies in trading. Okay, so Devin saying, would like to also get into your course, Arca. Thank you so much, Devin. Appreciate you so much. Let me go ahead and just type in the chat right here the email that you can actually send your inquiries to. Okay, but please remember that you can go right into the Discord link in the description below, and that'll give you all the information. There is a class syllabus, and there's also the terms and conditions as well. Okay, so please go ahead and refer to that. Thank you so much. Moderator Cal-L actually just posted that link there. Okay. So just know for a fact that that is where you can find the contact email and also the class syllabus and the terms and conditions for the class. Okay, so everything is detailed and everything is iterated there for you to consider joining the ARC Masters trading course. Okay, you guys, become a master, become a trader with Arca, and make sure to subscribe and reserve your seat, as I believe that there's only about 16 or 15 left thus far. Okay, you guys, so go ahead and click on that link, and we will make sure to situate you and get you seated in the course. Okay, you guys, thank you so much, everybody, for actually asking me those questions. Absolutely important questions. So now we need to take a look at ticker symbol IDEX now, don't we? So Cal-L, thank you so much for that. Mark Roach, thank you for everything you do. Samantha H, I hope that you are able to join the trading course. I think you did email me as well. Very excited to have you there. Very excited to have DJ there. Mark, Cal, absolutely excited. Okay, you guys. So let's go ahead and now move on to what is it called? IDEX, right? I don't think I have any yet. Oh, sorry. I typed in idea, right? So let's see. Let's create a new chart and see what we got. Okay, so we're going to note, we'll go ahead and rate this one as well, right, you guys? So IDEX, let's type it in. IDEX, okay, and let's put it up. So NASDAQ ticker, good deal. Ideanomics, all right. I typed in idea as that was the ticker, right? But it's IDEX. So. Quick little sip of water right there, right, you guys? So I want to start off on the daily chart just like we always do, guys. And let's see, Devin saying, need to join Discord soon, Arca. Sorry, I am not there. There are a lot of perks for the people who are already members there. I would suggest, Devin, hint. I would suggest you join within the next couple days, okay? Because I am going to be introducing a paid platform, okay? So I would like for you to get in before that. So please go ahead and get in as soon as you can, okay? So let's go ahead and now refer to IDEX on the daily chart first, just like we always do on a log chart, okay, you guys? So what do we have? Steven, I will answer that question. Make sure to reiterate it when I finish this, okay? Because I got to get this done. So let's load up our SMAs and also our EMAs, okay? I want to make sure to have all the tools up so that we can refer to them when they are needed, if they are needed. Let's get the momentum up as well. Okay, so price action here is actually, man, guys, if I'm looking at this, it looks like it may be prepping. If we are in a ascending channel is what I'm trying to look at, right? So I'll show you how I'm looking at that. So we'll take, let me see, from the 12-hour, it could be here. Okay. All right. So very much something like, if remember, this is a big if, and I'm not sure if actually oh my goodness. Okay, so that is the reason why we failed that ascending channel, and we actually came back and tested that resistance, actually fell back down. Very curious price action here, you guys. I'm not going to lie. So now let's go ahead and put up the momentum and see what it's got for us, because this is challenging. Okay, let's see what it's got for us. So let's go to the immediate short-term 30-minute, see what we got. So immediate short-term is suggesting a massive upside already. Huge aggression. Okay, we're approaching the bull strength percentile and the gravitational zone, which would essentially take us to the moon, right? So let's go to the bi-hourly, see if it's got the same type of suggestion. Bi-hourly, of course, also has that suggestion to the upside in that gravitational zone, pushing upward. Wow. 6-hour time frame. Let's see. Upside suggestion, but please notice what it's been doing. It looks like it's been trading a range here. And man, we had the opportunity to create a bullish engulfing here, but let's go ahead and move on. Still some sideways trading to go. 8-hour upside and 12-hour downside. Those are all signs of consolidation still. Okay, buy daily suggesting consolidation as well. 3-day finding the support. Okay, so if we're looking at the 3-day finding the support from that 14-day simple, then this could be prepping a volatility run. So let's see. 5-day is corrective. So, okay, yeah. Okay, all right, so this is curious now. Let me go ahead and bring up volatility and momentum to see what we got. Okay, so we're actually starting a contraction phase from critical contraction. Nice. It's not all the way critical, but still it's there. Okay, there we go. So on the daily time frame, there could be an upside loading, but there's still some consolidation to take into account here. Okay, so this is let me go ahead and put the line right at that 90 percentile. So let's see. I'm not sure if man, that's about as close as I'm going to get. It's good enough. All right, so the upside continuation here looks to be imminent. We are critically oversold, right? And we are, let's see if we've reversed. Yeah, I would say we're reversing from pretty much the average, historically speaking, right? So that would present an upside continuation. Let's see price action versus volatility versus momentum. Okay, so the last times that we actually started to contract, okay, starting from right over here, there was an upside suggestion and it actually moved from this area here all the way up to there, the last time we were in critical volatility. So let's see if we have made, okay, here's another iteration. We were at critical volatility, right? And based on the contraction to a re-expansion, we face this upside too. Okay, so let's see if there's any other, okay, this is an incorrect iteration, good deal. If there's anything closer to where we are right now, like this one here, let's see what happened on this one. Okay, so this one, okay, so this is pretty much where we are now, and it did actually face an upside. So this is good to know that it did face an upside. Here's another one. We actually started contracting right over here, and the price action moved to the upside. Good stuff. All right, and this, oh yeah, there we go. This is another one from pretty much where we are right now. So starting from down here, we made an upside continuation. Okay, and yeah, this is not bad. So it looks like it's prepping for it, and it looks like it's prepping for an upside. I'm just, this would actually have to be a statistical back, and I would have to actually run a back test of volatility versus momentum and pair it with price action and see where we can be taken. But something tells me that the upside faced on this would essentially have us regain the inside of this channel. If that's the case, then we could be trading this formation in a larger term time frame, and we would actually have to make an adjustment to how this is being looked at. Potentially something like this here. So if I actually do think it's this. We had a breakout here, test of the support, bounce. We actually failed it, and now we're testing the support. So we could very well be at the bottom of this formation. The upside continuation may not happen here for a few days. So let me see what we're doing in other time frames, regarding volatility versus momentum. So let's see the 5-day as well. Okay, so, oh man, so the 5-day is already entering critical here. Let's go to the 12-hour. The 12-hour is contracting while suggesting an upside. Very interesting. Yeah, okay, so this would be it. So the 8-hour time frame is where we're looking. We're in critical volatility here. And you can see here that we're already facing some corrective moves. This is already, okay, so what I'm actually, honestly speaking, this is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this to actually make the, oh, there, it's actually making it already. All right, so both of them are already correcting towards the upside. I thought this was just face down. Okay, so I was going to literally tell you that I'm waiting for this to actually pivot towards the upside. We need to get this to not have such a small degree. We need to make sure that this can actually pivot harder towards the upside, which can be likely within about a day or two, or even shorter, maybe even the next session. We would also need for us to retrace from the critical volatility zone upside of either the 10 percentile or the 15 percentile with both the moving average and the volatility component. Okay, remember volatility is direction neutral. We pair this with a momentum-based indicator so that we can gain that bias. Okay, so IDEX could potentially be loading something up right now. And it looks like it's going to be consolidating just for a little bit before we can get that upside move. And that is actually in respects to what momentum is suggesting and what volatility is loading. Okay, you guys, so this is loading up a pretty powerful move, and I wouldn't be surprised if the stats come back with an upside of about, let's see, to about 20 cents. I'm going to go ahead and backtest this too, okay, you guys? So I'm looking at about maybe an average of about 31% move to the upside, and it could be to that 20-cent zone, okay? So just know that this can still be adjusted, because if we're looking at it on the 8-hour chart, then there could be other areas of confluent resistance, right? So confluent resistance right over here. All of this, including this candle right over here. Okay, you guys. So yeah, there could be, I mean, if that were the case, then a lot of the times this thing tends to favor the resistances at a perfect level. So now let's go ahead and take a fib. Watch this thing be like a 3-spot 618 or something, man. Let's just go ahead and see if we can take it from the overall range to the overall low. And right over here, right? So it's actually taking us right to the 2 fib under the 2-spot 272. So when we reach that 2 fib and we're seeing the 2-spot 272, guys, that gives us a range, and that would give us a range right from the 2-spot 618 to about the current price action right now. So if 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks from now, this can actually make it an upside move to about anywhere between 21 to about 24.15. But there is still things to be verified right in this area first. Know for a fact that is very cheap. Okay, this is very cheap. You're looking at 15 cents. Let's go to the float and the market cap and see how big that risk is. You're looking at a market cap of about 108 mil. It's guys, this is not bad actually. The float is sitting at about 800 mil. Why is it so cheap though? Damn. Okay, so this is still below my preference in trading, but it's close. It's just I don't like that it's valued at 21 cents. But this is yeah, it actually would respect the stats even more. So yeah, guys, this could be, we're catching it very early is what I'm trying to say. We're catching it super early. So if this can actually wait maybe another 2 days or 3 days for either a further capitulation of, either a further contraction phase into critical, or we can actually start the expansion phase and pitch this to the upside. It would be just as equally as powerful, right? So this just has a couple more days of loading before it can actually favor an upside. IDEX is prepping something nice, and I'm just not sure of it just yet because everything is starting to kind of balance out. Okay, you guys, so this is essentially what I'm looking at for this ticker. So it's looking pretty good. Let's see. I have Webull and Fidelity. You can buy on them. As I can see. Nice. VS. Thank you for answering that, by the way, for the question right there for where can I buy VS, guys. Yeah. So remember that I'm not very clear as to what can happen immediately for this. But what I can see is that it's loading something. Even the RSI is suggesting upside in the 8 hours. So this is prepping something for the next couple days, maybe 3 days. All right, and that consolidation period may very well be in respects to the bottom side of our channel, which can present a loading zone to about 1510. Let's see if the EMA is close to there somewhere. No, it's above us, and it's going to be above us too. Okay, so the EMA and the SMAs are above us as well. Not a problem, guys. Yeah, I would see the loading zone coming in to, actually, I'll give you a range, right? I'll give you a range between the areas of 1531 to 1510 for a loading zone before an upside continuation here. And this could actually lead to a pretty substantial upside. First resistance to keep in mind would be at about 17 cents at the 0.618. And obviously this, I mean, the fact that we're actually facing the bottom side of the gap just below this gap right over here, just below the 0.618 is kind of the reason why I'm giving you that suggestion, just like this. See the top side of the gap right at that 1702. So that's why I'm giving you that discretionary resistance zone first. So meaning that we would face an upside, right? pull back, test that not 382, and then actually make a continuation onto the upside. Find the resistance from the moving averages or the 1 fib, retrace back, not 618, test, and then continue on to the upside. That's why I'm saying 2 or 3 weeks. This can potentially be up here. It has a trek to make that move. So this is the beginning of an ABCD strategy. If you don't know what that is, another thing that you're going to learn in the ARC Masters course. So this is another thing that you will see. Okay, so this is essentially what I'm looking at. Okay, so you're looking at the beginning of the strategy right over here. So essentially, I mean, don't take this like. Remember, we're looking at this on the bi-daily, not on the 12-hour. Okay, so let's go ahead and just align it somewhere like this, right? Because I think it should line up pretty nicely to that 2.618, right? Keeping into consideration our geometrics as well, okay? Then we would actually face the bottom side test of the short covering point would be at C, right? And then we could actually make the upside continuation here. So this would essentially be a larger forming channel over the span of the next few weeks. Okay, you guys, so this is essentially what I'm looking for on this ticker. This is a range trade, but it's very difficult to read right now, and it would be difficult because we're literally at the beginning of this formation. It's of the trading strategy. Okay, so this strategy is one of the most popular strategies known to the trading world, and also one of the simplest trading strategies as well. I'm recommending for you to actually validate it with momentum, with volatility, trend. Make sure to validate it with prior term timeframes as well, in case failure happens. But the floor may have been found, and the floor may have been found at 1430 down here. So yeah, I'm still favoring what I said. All right, you guys. So that's gonna do it for ticker symbol IDEX. Very good stuff. Actually, let's go ahead and rate it for the longs, guys. What are we doing for the longs? Keep in mind that even I was a little bit indecisive over what this can happen until I started getting the picture, right? It is a little tough, which means that not everyone is going to see what I'm seeing just yet, but it will become a lot more clear in due time. And I'm talking about over the next day or two. Okay, so what are we rating this? Mark Roach giving it a B. Please know that your max loss is set to D minus. Your break even would be set to D plus. Okay, let's give it a rating from D minus to A plus. The A ratings in general are one of the very few that I ever give, and actually I think I've only given one, and only about one in all of my live streams, right? So Mark Roach giving it a B. Dame Time giving this a B minus. Okay, nice. I like where the sentiment is. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. Okay, so Indra H giving this a C plus as well. Very respectable because it is kind of cheap, right? At any moment, somebody can take profit on this and have this thing capitulate. So this is looking, guys, my indecision is the reason why I'm going to give you the target coming up. Okay, so Nuno Texas Game giving this a C plus. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's put the long rating symbol right over here so that we can have it for the timestamps later on, right? So let me go ahead and just type in long rating here on the laptop as well. And I personally will give this trade just for now, guys. Beso Amy, thank you so much for your C plus. Absolutely agreed on that, right? So I'm gonna have to go ahead and give this a C plus myself, okay? But if I do get validation, this can easily turn into a B minus in about a day or two. Okay, so this as of now, as of where we're sitting right now, a C plus, and I would be pretty solid about that because the range is actually coming in. And remember that the range may actually be modified because of the projected targets based on this ABCD strategy, right? So everything is looking very good for IDEX. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I did print C plus on this for the longs. Okay, so go ahead and stick around here because we're going to be looking at ticker symbol TRKA, as I do believe I still have it in the list right up here. So I actually had to open up two instances, all right, two different windows of D for high dilution. Thanks, Trevor. I know, man, it actually does with the 15 cents, right, and having such a having a pretty high valuation. It's just I'm not exactly sure how that's happening. All right, so let's go ahead and now talk about TRKA. But guys, just give me a quick sec because I need to open up that window. It is ridiculously hot in here, right? So let me just turn up some little bit of tunes right here. Let me get that window open. Give me about 10 seconds, right? Hold on. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, man. It was getting really, really hot in here, right, you guys? So let's go ahead and now continue on the analysis, right? So we got to look at ticker symbol TRKA. Very good stuff here, you guys. All right. So we were looking at an upside. This is going to be, remember guys, this is going to be kind of a recap over what we looked at yesterday, right? So, hey, Tracy, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. I don't remember what I actually said about NVOS the last time I took a look at it, right? So let me see. When did I look at NVOS? Because I can put it on the list, right? But I would like to see if I actually already looked at it. I don't think I actually did. All right, so I'm going to put it on the list. I'm going to put it on the list for today. If I'm able to make it, I love it, right? But I do have to express some warning. I do have a lot of tickers to still go, right? But nonetheless, I appreciate you for stopping by. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on that list now, okay? Awesome. Okay, you guys. Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and look at TRKA. This is going to be a reevaluation over what we were looking at yesterday. Please remember that in Germany, this thing ended up closing at about 32, what was it again? 3208, right? So it ended up closing at about 3208, right at the resistance that we were talking about. So tonight, or in the early pre-market, you got it, Tracy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate you. All right, so if we're guys, remember I'm really bullish on this. This is the recap, okay? So we're gonna keep it short for TRKA. We're looking to get long this stock. Remember that this is potentially gonna actually face an immediate upside, right? Wait for it, because this is usually something that pulls back. Okay, so I'm going to give you two zones just in case. If you want to feel like chasing this stock, that is not going to be on me. Okay, but the chasing, I'm going to be very honest and very aggressive with you, okay? This is the chaser target. The chaser target is 2488. Okay, this would be, even if I felt like chasing it, I would try to gain that type of long position at 2488, but please remember how I am, okay? Yeah. So 3208. So this is actually right at the resistance that we were talking about, Steven. Check out the target on the left or on the right. See that? So this is very important for us to know what could be happening. Spy Girl, good to see you here. Good evening, Arca. Good to see you live. Missed it yesterday, not a problem. We're here today, right? And I'm very happy to see you here. Okay, so right now we're getting, thank you for that information, my friend. So TRKA filing S1 filed number securities were sold or will be sold under the registration statement. Very cool. Thank you so much for that information. Okay, so remember, guys, this is the chaser target that I'm looking at right here, 2488, but I am very aggressive when it comes to entries. And if it misses my entry, then so be it. I don't care. I do not care. Guys, I can't express it to you enough that I don't care if I miss the entry, because there's another opportunity every day, or literally later on that day. So, okay, so TRKA, I'm looking potentially getting long between 24 cents flat to about 22.58. Okay, so that is essentially what I'm looking at as an area for loading. Nuno Tex is very wise. So if that 2488 is an area for you to want to chase, trust me when I say that if it does pull back from 30 cents or even from the 2842, because remember we are sitting at 2584. But I know there's some valuation differences between the brokers. We were talking about this yesterday, I think, right? So I know that there's a difference in the platforms. The 2550 was what we were looking at for Webull, right? So if it does retrace to 2550 to about 2482 or 2489, sorry, at that not 618, then the potential of it flashing the momentum to the downside is great, which would then favor the bottom side of my entry of about 2263 to about 2150. Okay. It's funny how things play out. Okay. So sometimes you just have to practice that patience. Okay. Because at this point, remember that this thing has been going to the upside for the last few days. Okay. So we are at an area, at a midpoint to where we need to start validating this newly converted resistance into support, which we actually just reclaimed recently, literally in the last trading session. And the upside is very imminent. Also, we were talking about the candle formation right here that Indra H actually does not like to hear. This is the abandoned baby formation. Candle form. I'm not even kidding, guys. I am not creating that name. So I don't know who created it, but it's there. Okay, so it's the abandoned baby, right? And the confirmation candle is essentially the candle that we printed right over here. All right. Ah, man. So this is the confirmation candle is what I mean, guys, is that when we print this very bullish setup here, it needs a space, right? It needs the space from the prior candle iteration and then also a space to the next candle iteration. And the validation for this upside would be the following candle, this one. So it printed very nicely. This is a bullish candle and still suggesting the upside. We always want to look at a small shadow or a small wick right on the bottom side, and also a small shadow or a small wick, either even or close to it before that upside continuation. Take a look at how it looks. See, it's not bad whatsoever, right? So this is a very good high quality candle and suggesting an upside suggestion nonetheless. Okay, very good stuff. So the upside targets based on this reaccumulation period, okay? Like I said, 3211 or 3208 would be that top. And my first top was actually located at about $30.31. Or I'm sorry, $30. 30.31 or 30.30 here. I'm sorry, I'm working on autopilot here because I'm looking at notes and everything else. This is my perfect opportunity to look at notes because I've already expressed my feelings on this one, right? So, sorry, guys. All right. So the upside suggestion is still very much in play. The upside targets that I'm looking at beyond the 3208 or 3211 zone would essentially be the first one of about 3571. But the one that's eyeballing, the one that I'm eyeballing, sorry, is actually right at the 3 spots 272 under the 3 spot 618 at about 3979. If you are to gain entry from the bottom side of this, I'm talking about gaining entry from that 2266 zone. And if it does make that trip all the way to that topside target that we're talking about, we're looking at about a 76% move to the upside, of which you can be very happy with on literally probably a 1 to 2 day swing trade, right? So if you guys want to trade the ranges, I would honestly trade it just the way I said yesterday before what happened in Germany happened. Okay, and that would be in respects to waiting for the loading zone here, pulling out at the 1 spot 618 or similar targets, okay? Because that's usually where halts tend to happen. They tend to happen at geometrical targets, as you can see happen in Germany. Okay, you guys, so that is going to do it for TRKA, and of course, we just rated this last night. Remember that we are rating this a B-. Guys, that is very rare of me to do for evaluations that are this small. Okay, so I have conviction in this play. Personally speaking, do not take any of this as financial advice. Please, guys, do your own due diligence and everything will be fine. Okay, you guys? So, yeah. Man, long rating over here. I'm going to go ahead and rate it at that B- yet again. Okay, you guys, very happy to be talking about TRKA. So another ticker that we haven't actually faced, you guys, and we haven't actually talked about is actually COSM. And for some reason, I actually don't have it up on my list over here, but it's okay. So we'll go ahead and bring it up right over here. Okay, you guys. So chat, what's going on, man? I know it's just been business. Talk to me. What's going on with you guys? How's everybody feeling? Are you feeling bullish? Are you feeling bearish? What is going on in work tomorrow? Are you fighting with somebody at work? Does somebody have Does somebody have your back at work while you're fighting that person? Joe H saying I'm late AF, man. It's all good, my dude. I'm happy to see you here though, Joe. Very, very stoked to see you, my brother. So you just got off work. Damn. What time is it where you are, my dude? TRKA rising again. Whoop. Oh, Indra H, let us know. Where's TRKA? Right now, trading in Germany. It's already in the AM, right? So Mr. Levitt saying we're enjoying your TA. Don't worry about us. Thank you so much, Mr. Levitt. You are amazing. I'm actually trying to worry about my own damn self too. Because I've been yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping, right? So you're at about 35 euros. Nice. Okay. So, it's maintaining and it's moving up a little bit. Cool. 1:38 a.m. with Joe H. My dude, thank you so much for stopping by at 10, 11, 12, 1. So you're in the East Coast. Okay. So Joe H, 11 and a half hours looking at OT. Yes, my friend. That is, yeah, man. That's going to be 3 hours of good stuff, right? Indra H now falling. Wow. Yeah, guys. So very funny that it would happen like that. So I'm telling you, things tend to come back. Things tend to come back to where we begin. It's just crazy. Keith, thank you so much. You're doing just fine, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and load up. Ticker symbol COSM. Very cool. We'll go ahead and rate this one too, you guys. And let's see. I know I have actually the primary charts for this. These are very important charts for us to consider, by the way. Let's see. So guys, also, please go ahead and refer to the links in the description below if you are interested in gaining entry for the very limited seats in my first trading endeavor, the trading and training endeavor, ARC Masters trading course. Okay, you guys, I think there's only about 16 or 15 seats left from the 30 that I announced just last night. So make sure to grab your seat before it's too late. I think this is one right over here. We'll make sure and load up also the RSI analysis. I think this one's the one that's pertinent to us right now. So let's see where the price action is landing. Okay, so COSM is a ticker that I think was suggesting or getting ready to prepping something pretty amazing for us. But we have to see what the price action is suggesting, as I do not remember what in the world it has been doing. And I think it's actually pertinent to the daily BBWP, which is volatility versus momentum, absolutely in line. Yes, that is exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and start it off with volatility versus momentum. Volatility represented by this indicator BBWP. And remember, it's direction neutral volatility, okay? So we pair it with stochastic momentum, which is a momentum-based indicator, so that we can gauge that bias for direction. Okay, so I want to point out a couple of things here. We are starting a contraction phase, right? So, and we're rejecting the expansion phase that we got. So that can mean two things. There's the potential of some sideways trading, right? Because this would essentially start consolidating to the downside, meaning that when we were making that upside cross right over here, just like we did here and faced that 100% move to the upside, when we made that cross, we're starting to reject it. And since we are in critically oversold momentum, there is the potential to where we actually can face some sideways trading, little bit more bearish, but just so that we can actually correct and make the upside. This is something that is, it is quintessential to the criteria, okay, for this to make an upside move. We need momentum to pitch to the upside. Okay, so this means, this is actually making me curious over other time frames now. Let's see what the 12-hour volatility versus momentum is. Oh my goodness. Check it out, you guys. We are in critical volatility here on the 12-hour, and we are critically oversold, still suggesting a little bit of downside continuation, which honestly could just be very close. We're very close to a floor here. Okay, so this may be loading up for a massive move. My goodness here. Okay, the 8-hour is in line with that 12-hour period as well. Okay, you guys, we're critically oversold and also within the critical volatility zone, which is within the 15th percentile. Okay, so this, yes, something is happening, and something is happening pretty fast with this. Okay, so if there is the potential to get long this stock, I would really wait. Because there is a slight more that we can actually face, and I think it's actually in this chart that we can actually see. Okay, so here we go. So regarding this range that we were trapped in the last time, So it again, right? So please remember that actually we did correct it by getting some more wicks to the downside. So we can now correct our range and just favor the downside just a little bit more, which would in essence be in line with two targets. Okay, so I'm going to give you two loading zones right now of potential use for a long trade. One spot 272, 430 to about one spot 618, 419. Before potentially finding a massive bounce here. And then this thing could make another upside move. Remember that COSM is already making a break of market structure here. Okay, so this would essentially be the newfound low before a continuation onto the upside, and also continuing to test our newly converted resistance into support of our broadening descending wedge. We're right at that support line. Okay, so remember, guys, that the upside target for this that can be, I mean, it would take a good while for this to be released. But remember that there is the Zip Doctor fundamental news that should be coming in this week, I believe, regarding COSM. Okay, so this is it's pertinent to what's happening there too. Okay, so there's good news coming, which could be in line with why this thing is loading volatility right now. So in my personal take, it seems like someone knows something and someone's getting long this in the background. Okay, so without allowing price action to actually move. Very interesting things here. That's a huge bold statement. Go ahead and forget that I said that. I'm just saying things out loud. It's just the way I think. Remember, 430 to about 419, looking for a loading zone. Then we can evaluate our upside. Okay, obviously the obvious upsides to go ahead and take into consideration would be the $4.74 zone, or 475, that target that we've been looking at for some time, followed by the not 618 at 522. That would essentially be your loading zone. And yeah, check it out. I'm sorry, what the hell does that say? AMC Ape, Pittsburgh, Zip Doctor is huge. That's what I keep on hearing. Dude, I'm sorry. Every time I see that name, it's just, it's like a splatter of letters, right? And I'm like, oh, what is it? I see AMC and I see an ape. All right. So hi, by the way, hello to you, my dude. Good to see you in the chat. And I do hear yeah, for sure. I do hear that the Zip Doctor news is actually pretty big. Steven saying, I think that news came out once before in September, right? I'm not too sure, but it sounds very familiar. But I hear that it's actually coming out. There you go. Look, Mark Roach is saying, COSM that it has extended its previously issued non-binding letter of intent, the LOI, right, to acquire Zip Doctor Inc. So it's an acquisition from the American International Holdings. So that was potentially when it was announced, Stephen, and now there could be the finalization of the Zip Doctor acquisition. So guys, if that's the case and they do announce the finalization of this acquisition, COSM is moonshotting, and that would be in direct correlation with what's happening with volatility versus momentum. Okay, so in the immediate short-term time frame, it looks like the enhanced MACD is actually still suggesting a little bit of downside. But please notice, and I've talked about this before, that when we're starting a downside or an upside, the momentum dots start to separate from each other, right? But notice what they're doing, okay? As we start to get into a pivotal point, they start getting closer to each other, right? So now look at them expand, and look what's happening to them. They're starting to get close to each other. This is why I'm saying that there could be a potential loading zone soon, and this can actually look at an upside almost immediately. So the 8-hour time frame, let's see what it's got. It's already contracting, just like we're looking at volatility momentum in the other term time frames, okay? And let's see the 6 hour critically contracted right here. Guys, something is brewing here. All of the dots are so damn cluttered and close to each other. And that's actually very reminiscent to what happened here at the 164% move to the upside. Take a look at all those clunks together, right? It looks very similar to here before it literally expanded and then just moved to the upside all crazy and violently. This is Stephen Domain. No, not at all. I don't think that this is a buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation. I do not believe that, as I do think that this, because they've been at it with this situation, and a lot of people are long COSM for that. If it is, then I guess I'm wrong, right? But I mean, through my own research, I do believe that it's actually something. I don't think it's fluff. right? So, and I actually do think that they needed the extra time. This is why they had to meet compliance some way, right? So they actually started putting out that split that happened in December, right? So right now we have Devin. Yeah, let's go ahead and rate the longs, guys. Thank you so much for stepping in. Let's rate it for the longs. Devin saying a C+, Joe H giving it a C+ as well. Very much pertinent to not knowing just yet and not being quite prepared just yet. Okay, Mark Roach giving it a B as well. Good things here. Okay, Indra H giving it a C+ as well. Okay, you guys, nice. I like where the sentiment is. That's very smart of everyone. Okay, Keith giving it a B-, very smart too. I like it. Okay, you guys. I mean, if you're feeling overly bullish on this, that's great too. Is no problem. MM giving it a B. Look at where the sentiment is, guys. So the sentiment is literally pretty good for a COSM. My A rating, let me see. It was COSM. I think it actually was. And hold on, let me hide this. I think it was this, if I'm not mistaken. But I will get back to you on that. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Let me see. Oh, no. I think it was, oh, goodness gracious. It was GTII. I'm sorry. It was GTII. I think it was for GTII. And I said it when I called, I think I was saying 48 cents, guys. 47 cents is the bottom. I think the volatility is already loaded like crazy and this thing is about to pop. And I said, if I'm going to tell you guys that this is an A+ rating right now, this is going to go. And, it touched 45 cents. And then from there, it just launched and it actually made 350% from the 3,000 that I was looking at, right? But it's still moving on up. It's still doing its thing. And it's currently up, I think currently up above 500%. So guys, B+ from Mike H. Besso Amy giving it an A. I'm in by default. Candace Morrison giving it a C. Nuno Texas C+. Thanks, Arca. And wow, guys, that's incredible. So, in my personal opinion, guys, because I want volatility and momentum to land where I want it to land, I need it to go there. Okay. The other A+ rating I gave, there's two actually. The other A+ rating was actually BBBY. And that was a few months ago. I'm talking about, I wasn't on YouTube yet. It was about 4 months ago when it had a huge run up. It had a stupid cup and handle suggesting a top side of, I think it was $31 or something. And I also said that it was in line with the 4-spot 618 and also in line with the resistance of our descending channel. I said, guys, this is going there. This is an A+. This is an A+ setup. Let's go. Load up at $11. And I said $11.10 to load up. And this thing could actually rocket ship to about $28.90. Oh, that was my target actually. So when when we started running, the thing actually got halted at I think 29 something, right at the 4-spot 618. So that was my second A+ rating, and that was not in YouTube. I was in Twitter only, just about 4 months ago. And that's where I started gaining a lot of traction. A lot of people were like, "What? There's only an insider can know that. Well, how could you say that it was going to stop at 29.80 and it stops right there? You're a short seller. You wanted to gain liquidity. Arca, blah, 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 blah." Guys, I'm like, I am nobody. My goodness, man. I have a certain scale. Oh yeah, and the statistics. The statistics also suggested 29.80 as well. My goodness, I did a volatility versus momentum back trade on that, as a back test on that as well. So I'm talking about geometrics. I'm talking about formation. I'm talking about candle formation, the resistance level from the trend of validation, right? And also the RSI. Everything was suggesting 29.80. And that's literally where I had my sell. And guys, I literally traded, that was a 112% move to the upside. And that's, I'm telling you, a lot of people started hating me and a lot of people started loving me after that. That was one of the marking points that started making Arca gain some traction into like, who the heck is this? Now you're the Arca. Oh my goodness. So Keith saying crystal ball on Amazon. Do not say that. I am not endorsed. I'm also not an affiliate. So let's go ahead and finish this off. We're looking at a long rating here for ticker symbol COSM. And that was, what did I give this, guys? I haven't even given it just yet. So guys, just know that because of my little weird OCD, I need the criteria and conditions to be set perfectly. I'm giving this a C+ for now, but in meeting that criteria, this can very well turn into a B. So as you know, this could actually happen tomorrow or the next day. The criteria being met, by the way. So Devin saying looking for the dip on TRKA. Me too, man. Me too. It's a very bullish setup. And I honestly do think that there could be an opportunity to get long TRKA. Okay, you guys. So please be very careful. Make sure to respect your stop losses. Okay, you guys. They're there for a reason. They're there so that we can survive another trading day. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's dog eat dog world out there. It actually, and I oftentimes express this to my dad. He tells me, so son, how do you feel about trading? I'm like, how do I feel about trading? That's an incredible question. I actually am indifferent about trading. I'd rather provide the information to people who need it rather than trade itself. And he says, why? And I tell him it's because I'm particularly not proud of trading. I think it's a little, in my personal opinion, I think trading is a little immoral. Right. And it's because it is essentially banking on the losses of someone else. And this is just, I mean, we have to do what we have to do. Right. And it's presented as capitalism in the States and in fact, globally. Right. So it's there for our convenience. But just know that it is a very competitive game and it is in your best interest to understand the rules of the trading game all the way through as much as you can, with as many different strategies that you can acquire. Okay, so be a hat of, I mean, just gather everything you can is what I'm saying, right? It really is Cal-L. Moderator Cal-L is saying survival of the fittest. Darwinism at its best right there, guys. It is that. Okay, so, but just know that, I mean, the difference between me trading a very small account and gaining $60 here, $150 there, $20 there, it's not really making a difference into someone else, right, you guys? So I'd like to be as transparent as I can with everyone, right? And that is my personal take on trading, guys. It's a little immoral in my personal opinion. You know, we're literally preying on the weak, and it's not something that I'm particularly proud of. I am proud of the ARC Masters course that I did put together. Okay, that is something that I am proud of because I can express better information to those of you who are for real, including me, victims of just manipulation and all kinds of other things, right, you guys? So that is what I like more, to provide the info and to provide the transparency to a very good community of which I've been exposed to, you know, I mean, you guys are awesome. I never expected for this Discord in the matter of like 2 months to be at 1,500 people. It's insane. Okay, and I mean, not even, let alone the YouTube, right? Freaking YouTube is already at 5,600 in the matter of 3.5 months. It's crazy. Guys, you are all amazing. Thank you so much for all the support that you've provided, right? So guys, this is a very long-awaited orcas eat sharks. My goodness, they very much do. Throw some whales in the chat. Guys, let me know that you're still awake and still talking to your boy right here. Throw those whales in the chat right now, guys. Throw the orcas in the chat for your boy, all right? So Beso Amy saying a lot of stocks I won't buy on principle. Absolutely agreed on that, man. So thank you so much for all of your support, you guys. I love the whales. I love the sharks. Everything is looking good. Mike H, what is up, my dude? Mark Roach, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. All right, so guys, the very long-awaited AMC ticker. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with that, okay? And really see if we can gain an edge. Again, it's going to be a short ticker. I've already talked about this one too. Also expressed a video. Indra H, thank you, guys. Love it so much. Love it so much. Thank you. All right. Rosie Gray Glasses, I love it. You were just like, whale. I love it. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and refer to ticker symbol AMC. Lots of people asking about it. Lots of people curious about what's going to be happening, right? So let me refresh my own memory here as I do see a continuation to that upside. I'm already remembering, okay, you guys? So, so in reference to the balancer, the ARC balancer indicator here, we have two zones, okay? The one that we're looking at right now of the potential. I'm not looking at this target down here, okay? 487. I really don't think that that's an area where we're going. I have two zones for loading here because of volatility and because of the momentum suggesting an upside. So AMC could be finding a loading zone between 518 and about 512, 511, right around there. Okay, so the thing is I would really hate for anyone to miss it, right? But it's still creating a series of higher highs and higher lows. So, if you can just take, let me just pull this out just a little bit here and take a look at what's happening here. You see what I mean? So it's already, it's respecting this and it's looking, remember, this is the hourly chart. Okay. This is the hourly chart. So getting long this stock it's very pertinent for us to consider that 518, right? Because this is where balancer is telling us. But remember, psychology plays a big part in AMC, so that can actually lead for a continuation to the downside to about 512, which is why I'm giving you this discretionary loading zone as well. Okay, you guys. So it is of incredible importance. Okay, that you consider your previous areas of support, and this is an inflection point too, and it could very well be a very short-term demand zone before an upside continuation. That's short term, okay? Remember, I'm talking about hourly chart here. That's pertinent to 30 and 15 and 10 and 5. All right, you guys. So if we're looking at the macro picture here, please notice that we are in an ascent, okay? I don't like it when we start printing these long wicks because they usually present a downside, right? But it's okay. Remember that 518 zone is actually right below us, which could actually indicate that we may be consolidating a little bit before an upside continuation. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, let's continue on with the analysis. All right, so I need to express also that the ARC enhanced MACD, volatility versus momentum, is slowing down just a little bit, but that does not mean that it's for the long term. 4 hours tends to live out pretty fast. Okay, so this is all still within a day. So we're looking at a little bit of a wave that we're riding here, okay? I'm still suggesting a little bit of consolidation here, even still. So Devin saying bullish Arca bulls, let's go, my dude. So now, guys, why am I saying consolidation? Why am I not saying just upside to the moon, right? So first of all, please notice that we're riding this ascending channel, right? Creating a series of higher highs and higher lows. And it's very, very important that right here, everybody was looking at this channel. I'm sure they were looking at it, right? And they were thinking that we were just going to stop right here at about 496 and continue on to the upside. Your boy Arca was not saying that. Your boy Arca was saying that we need to test the macro channel that we're actually breaking out of. Okay, we need to test that bottom side before we can continue on to that upside. And we did mark those targets, of which were realized very nicely. You can refer back as far back as you want. You'll see that these were there. So, and now the reason why I'm saying that we're consolidating is because we've regained the position inside of the channel. Okay, so in this case, we actually need to start validating this area of support as a valid area of support before continuing on to that upside. Okay, so it is of incredible importance that we can consider that. We're still looking at upside here on the 8-hour BBWP, which is volatility versus momentum. We still have upside suggesting that nonetheless. Okay, so if I were to talk to you about some other time frames, there could be a corrective move starting soon. And I think that is pertinent to maybe the 6 or the 8-hour. Let me see where it was. Or the 3-day or something, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it would be the corrective move of this. On the bi-daily chart, you see how it just changes a little bit in price action? I would suggest for this actually to come down to about 501, right? To about 501 on the bi-daily. And this could actually load up a move. Notice that we're approaching critical notice that we're looking at oversold percentile now and still losing a little bit of that bear strength now. So this is likely to be corrective and start to favor the upside, okay? Another thing is that we're starting to reach that critical volatility zone. So this is indicating that there is a potential strength coming in right about down here before a massive upside, okay? So go ahead and take a look at the ARC DBSI indicator. You're looking at 63% bulls, 37% bears on the buy daily, okay? Let's go back to that 8-hour and see where we're sitting. Take a look at this. The bulls are leading 98% over the bears at 2%. Okay, so I honestly do think that AMC is still looking pretty bullish, and it's loading something, and I think it can load it. I really do think it can actually load it while consolidating in this area here. So the lowest target would actually be in respect to that 501 buy daily iteration. 501 lands at the support line right down here of this wave here. Okay, so that could be our bottom side target for a loading zone, as well as the loading zones that we were looking at in the prior iteration on the ARC balancer indicator. Let's see. So I was talking about maybe 512. If we reach the 501, is just upside of the 236. And then we could actually face that upside. So balancer is also right at about $5.05 as well. Okay, so there is the potential to where we can find that. I'm saying the potentials here, and then this thing could rocket ship. It has a lot of volatility loading, and there could be a lot of sentiment. Please know that I also talked about the broader markets in the beginning of this stream, and I did mention that the SPY is looking bullish. Okay, so that alongside everything else going to the upside can help AMC push to the upside even still. Okay, you guys, so this is pretty much what I'm looking at for AMC. We need to get another day or 2 days of trading to gather some more data so that we can understand what the potentials to the upside are. But as of now, I am looking at a little bit of consolidation, slightly bearish, slightly bullish. Okay, so sideways trading for now as soon as we get more validations in. Okay, you guys, so that is gonna, I'm still, remember that this is the rating that we gave it just recently. Okay, so this is still pertinent to tomorrow and still pertinent to the following days, right? So we're going to go ahead and make sure to leave this as a long rating consistent to what we talked about and to not create any confusion here for anybody, okay? So we're going to leave this as a C+ rating, and that is going to do it for ticker symbol AMC. I know lots of people were actually asking for me to look over that, right? So guys, I know it's very upsetting to hear. So let's just go ahead and cover our last ticker for tonight. We're going to be looking at ticker symbol VUZI, and then we will call this a night and continue the streams and continue evaluating our ticker. Sebastian Lim, do not worry, I got you, my bro. So let's go ahead and continue on with the next ticker. Okay, you guys, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? Who's familiar with ticker symbol VUZI? Who is familiar with that ticker? And that is going to be, all right, cool stuff here. Thank you guys for stopping by once again. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to reserve your seat on the ARC Masters trading course, as there are only about 15 or 16 seats left to my knowledge right now. I don't know what happened over the last 2 or 3 hours, right? So know that it was an available 30 seats last night. There's only about half left. Okay, you guys, so make sure to reserve your seats, okay? The link is located in the description below for the information regarding the ARC Masters trading course, okay, you guys? So now let's go ahead and pull up the other chart. We're just going to go ahead and pull this down like this, pull this up like that, and get ticker symbol VUZI on the road. I don't think I've actually looked at it before. Yeah, I have not. Okay, so I'm not familiar with this ticker whatsoever. Moderator Cal actually posted the link for the ARC Masters trading course, guys. Please go ahead and refer to that. Moderator Cal L right there with the pink K. Go ahead and refer to the wrenches right there, and you will be guided into the area where it provides more information. Okay, you guys. So, Keith, remember, GTII and CRTD are videos that I posted dedicated for the, I'm talking about official videos, not even a live stream. So GTII and CRTD are, actually I did cover it live too. So remember, I posted them as dedicated videos over I think yesterday. So this is pertinent to what's happening tomorrow. So my dude, I already got you. So both GTII and CRTD, take a look at those as I am expressing incredibly informative things there for you. CRTD, make sure to worry about that ticker, okay? Worry about CRTD because we're looking at a very slight downside before this thing loads up a massive volatility run, okay? CRTD, I'm looking at that upside, but there is a little bit of downside to be looked at first, okay? Let's go ahead and load up ticker symbol VUZI and see what's good in the hood. Guys, my goodness, everything is, guys, there's so many opportunities in the markets. Come on. We are about to make gold. Diamonds, man. All right, so very, very nice sip of water there. Cool, cool. All right, so like always, guys, let's make sure to load up our daily chart on the log chart, right? And see what we have in the price action. I see why this is sparking a lot of interest. Okay, so let me just look at what the overall picture is looking at. So VUZI, let's see, Vuzix Corporation. Did I pronounce that right? Vuzix or Vuzix? But I'm pretty sure it's Vuzix. All right, so my apologies, missed that video. Thanks, Keith. Not a problem at all. Please do not apologize, my friend, as I actually did create that CRTD video upon a huge amount of requests. Okay, so guys, so check this out. Market cap is sitting at 307.2 mil, and shares, the float is 59.12 and million, right? So this is still a little bit of a high risk play. It's a little pricey, right? 482, but it is looking like it may be following the broader markets as well. And the way we can validate that, if you are already a holder of TradingView software, please go ahead and click on that plus button right up here, right? And then that window will appear. Type in the ticker of choice, right? In my case, I type in SPY, right? So when you type in SPY, then you'll get presented these options here. So go ahead and click on new price scale to go ahead and add it into the charts and see if there's any correlation between the price action happening with your ticker and also the broader markets, right? So you can see that there is some correlation here. And it's very similar to what the SPY is doing. So, right? So you see that, all that right there? So it looks like we're literally following that SPY trend. I do have to notice here that there is a little bit of a herp and derp right up here, right? So just know for a fact that I am aware of it. I just don't like to always call it, right? We do have a shoulder, we have a head, a shoulder here, and it looks like the downside is more than imminent, right? But remember that I am talking about the markets being bullish overall. So if that's the case, then we could potentially be looking at an upside soon for this. So let's load up our SMAs and see what we got, okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff to look over. Okay, so very similar to the broader markets, we are finding that SMA 100 support at about $4.72, right? We marked that low on the daily iteration here. So this is particularly a bearish setup here, okay? So long wick to the downside and confirmation candle here. So this could present a little bit of danger, but we do have to keep in mind what momentum has to say. So let's go ahead and pull that up now. All right, so let's go up to the 30-minute immediate short term and start evaluating the price action here for VUZI. Okay, you guys, so we're looking at an upside, but please remember that this upside can be restricted to sideways trading. First of all, because we're in the process of making this SMA 10 on the immediate short term a valid area of support. Okay, so that means that we can actually face a rejection from the upper end, which is the bear weakness percentile. In that gravitational zone, we can actually face a little bit of resistance, and then we can come back to face the support from both the SMA 14 from the RSI setup, right, and the gravitational zone from the bear strength percentile. Right there, we can actually face that support before a bounce to the upside. Really, really likely to play out super fast, 30 minutes, remember. Bi-hourly time frame is suggesting an upside as well. It looks to be already influencing that 14-day simple moving average to the upside. If I were to correlate this with the price action, I'm talking about the space between the RSI signal and the 14-day simple. Let me load up some EMAs to get a little more surgical with this, right? So it would be the space between the EMA 7 and the EMA 30. Just at about 504 to about 494, all right? Right in there is a potential resistance, but remember that I am actually talking about the 14-day simple getting kind of pressured to the upside, so that may actually lead to the SMA 10 at about 507. Let's continue on with the building blocks here, okay? So please notice that the 6 hour is already making a bearish cross, sitting in the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, so this is suggesting a continuation to the downside. Let's go ahead and look at the 12 hour. The 12 hour is suggesting, okay, downside and actually rejection from that SMA 14. Let's see if this is temporary. Okay, daily downside, by daily downside, and okay, so so this is looking like it's looking like we have some downside to go. If I'm gonna give you a very, very honest target right now, it actually could be at about 440 as a loading zone, and it's looking because the 3-day time frame is the juicy area. Okay, as soon as we do get that SMA 14 to meet the RSI signal, then this can actually start pivoting towards the upside. So this is actually about a week or a week and a half away still. And we're still getting that consolidation, literally waiting on the upper term timeframes for the shorter terms to actually determine where we're going. Same with the weekly. Okay, so yeah, guys, I am definitely looking at an overall loading zone, and actually it could be better seen from the 3-day. And the 3-day chart is actually suggesting that entry to be right at about 441 to about 445. And so let's take, actually, this may be a little too big. It may actually just overextend super fast. Let's see. Okay. All right. So yeah, very much so. So check it out. The suggestion of 441 is landing right in between the 1.618 and the 1.272. So that's going to now influence me to give you a range of entry for this. Okay. So I definitely need you to know that there is the potential of actually finding yourself here for a couple weeks before this can actually make an upside. So this is a long-term swing play, maybe about a month long. Okay, so these are things that are usually not that popular. All right, you guys. So VUZI can actually look at an upside continuation here, and it could make essentially a newer higher low. Okay, so this is good. It is good. And we're already making on the 3-day chart, actually, every candle is 3 days long, right? So we're making already a series of higher highs, and we're already breaking market structure. Okay, so this is good. And in an overall picture, always remember that still, as long as we do remain ourselves, I'm not even joking by this, okay? As long as we do remain below 984, that this is still favoring the bears, okay? So it's just, we need to get massive bullish action here to the upside before we can consider this any type of macro reversal, okay? Also on the daily, go ahead and pay attention to your SMA 200. We're getting close to it, so we're starting to knock at it, right? So it is a potential that we can actually face that downside, guys. So now the next way that we can validate that downside is through a psychological mean, right? So let's go ahead and take a trend line from the top side of our head, from the herp and derp, right? We'll take it to the neckline, which could arguably be right about here. And if this is actually suggesting a further downside, then we'll have a range to actually consider, right? So this thing is actually suggesting to take it right down to the gap to about $3.97. So if that's psychology giving us a target, right? If that's psychology giving us a target, then we would actually have to consider opening up just very minimal position here. Okay, so I would be very careful as to how this is taken into account. Now from the daily, from the previous days, swing low to the swing high fib, let's see where that lands. So that lands right above the 3.272. And go ahead and notice that from the daily iteration, the 2.618 at 423 is directly in line from our 3-day time frame, 1.618. Guys, I think this is the target here. I really do. I really do think this is the one. We're getting geometrics to literally rhyme all together here. 2 different time frames. I'm talking macro to shorter time frame, medium. Okay, so this is very cool stuff. I like it, and I do like it a lot. All right, so now upon that bounce here, it's very hard to tell because this looks like it's actually kind of a slow mover. Right, so on the daily iteration, nice upside suggestion already. Let's go ahead and load up volatility and see what it's got for us. So let me put this to the upside, as I usually like momentum in the downside. Okay, so expansion is still suggested, while an upside is still suggested. This is likely to correct. And the reason why I can say this correct, actually it can face a little bit of a pullback before an upside continuation, similar to things like this, right? Just like those iterations, just like this, right? So if we can look at an upside continuation, it would only be after. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I already see the weakness go ahead and take a look right over here as both of these are notching right here. You see the notch? It's literally starting to favor a little bit of that downside, getting the separation between the EMA3 and the SMA14. We're getting that separation now, and this is starting to slow down just a little bit, meaning that it can go like this and then find that geometric support, right, where we're talking about 421 before a continuation onto the upside. So this is what I'm looking at. So I want you guys to be careful getting long this ticker. Like I said, you may actually be finding yourself within this range here for quite some time. All right, but it's bullish. It's bullish, but it's just you don't want to get trapped there. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and chat. Go ahead and dive in. And Vortex, I will do that for you. I will do that for you. This is my last ticker, but I will do that for you, my friend. Yes, I will. Okay, I respect that. Thank you so much. And thank you for reminding me, as I do remember now. I said we were going to look at it, and I totally didn't. So I will absolutely favor that. And I definitely don't want to, but we will absolutely favor that, okay? I apologize for that, and I will correct my mistake now. Mark Roach saying D for short term. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That type of rating is not bad, right? So long term, this thing could be easily a C plus, right? Because we need to see what could happen there. But in my personal opinion, guys, this would probably bring me to a break even, and I would actually have to give this a long rating of about a D plus. Okay, and that is short term. So long rating, short term, C plus, right? D plus, sorry. All right, so that is going to do it for ticker symbol VUZI. And I apologize again about CEOS, guys. I also do remember it was an early pick in the ticker pickers in the Discord as well. So I will have to own up to my mistake and go ahead and honor that now. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the last ticker for tonight, and it's going to be CEOS. I do believe I actually have it preloaded still, and I really do hope I have it. Let's see. CEOS right over here. Nice. Okay, so I did say that I was going to load up RSI and to myself. RSI and as well as a new price action, as CEOS has been the last time that we actually looked at it. It's been quite a while. Ooh, it's getting overextended, guys. I'm already looking at weird things. Okay, man, look at that. So CEOS has been on a crazy rampage, hasn't it? Very interesting, very interesting. So daily chart, like always, guys. Remember that I haven't actually seen this for quite some time, and if I remember correctly, this is the ticker where I told you that we would likely find the bottom side. Actually, I did say that. So just, man, come on, the channel, just like this, okay? This is a macro scale channel. In fact, I should be looking at this on the 5-day. There we go. That makes a little more sense now, for sure. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was essentially saying, guys. Now we would find the support right at that 33 cent, I'm sorry, 03 or something like that. And let me just bring this up just so you guys can see what I am talking about, okay? So let me favor this. Okay, it actually is that. Nice. Okay, yeah, so this is a macro scale ascending channel. So right in here, I'm sorry, 0156, I think, is where I signaled the upside, and a massive one at that. And actually, I did remember receiving a bunch of DMs saying, Arca, it went to your target, right? So I was really excited to get that, right? So to be very honest with you, I left CEOS with telling you guys that explosive upside is coming, right? That last video that I put up on it. I left it like that because other tickers needed more assistance, and I knew that you guys were going to win on this no matter what. So I just left it at that, and everybody was just like, Arca, this was amazing. It went up way up, like just like you said, right? So I'm super stoked that it didn't meet that. So now, as far as the short-term time frame, I understand that a lot of people want to understand where it can go there as well. So let's go ahead and refer, just like we always do, to momentum and see what we got, okay? Also, I'm very curious to see where, wow, so the 5-day is actually still suggesting some upside, which is why I said it was going to continue on for days and days and days, and it has. It's been days and days and days of upside. So let's go ahead and open up the 30-minute immediate short term. Man, look at that, geez. So we're already getting upside suggestions again. And we're approaching the, man, this is actually pretty good that we covered it now, right? Damn. So thank you so much for asking about CEOS. Thank you. So we're reaching the gravitational zone, which would essentially be responsible in pulling us up. All right, so let's go to the buy hourly and see what it's got going. Buy hourly already showing a little bit of weakness, but also look at this, right in the gravitational zone, which would essentially pull us up even still. Guys, this is crazy. All right, a little bit of weakness here on the 6 hour, but again, in the gravitational zone, which will pull us in. Okay, let's go to the 12 hour. Oh my goodness. So, okay, the 12 hour is now making a bullish cross. Very important to notice here, okay? Bullish cross above the 14-day simple. If this does tend to pull back, it'll have two areas of support. The two areas of support are literally right below the bull line here at the 70% overbought percentile, right? So you would literally find that support 2% down alongside the alongside the SMA 14. So right in there could be two areas of support if it does decide to go to the downside in the first place. Daily time frame. All right. Nice. Very nice. All right. First of all, guys, if you ever want to see the most freaking bullish engulfing candle structure, that's it right there. That's the epitome. Oh my goodness. This does not scream bearish at all. Okay. So this bullish engulfing candle formation happens when you have the larger green body engulfing the previous iteration's red body. Okay, so, and this is just stupid. Okay, so this is a huge slap in the face, literally engulfing the previous daily candle as well, man. So this is signaling a massive upside to go. And also, please notice that we are pressuring my boy Eric Crown up here already posting, right? So so take a look right here that we're pressuring the RSI signal that is pressuring the SMA 14 to the upside. So CEOS market cap is really 14.1. Oh my goodness. What? $14,000? No, you got to be lying. No way. Check it out. Guys, if that's really the case. No, my market cap is saying 1.12 mil. 14K. Imagine it was just worth $14,000. I would be so bearish this stock. I don't even know. But all right. So we're pressuring that RSI signal to the upside here, guys. So this is looking pretty mad. This is, and it's out. And another thing, it's outside of the gravitational zone. So this thing could potentially load up another silly one and continue on to that upside. What's the buy daily saying? All right. Okay. All right. So the buy daily came back to supposedly test that 14-day simple before suggesting an upside. Also, please notice that in 13 hours, 33 minutes, buy daily will also be presenting bullish engulfing of epic proportion here, right? So also notice that it did face a little bit of a downside after this bearish engulfing here. And that downside, I guess, is pertinent enough, but now it's coming back with massive retribution right now. So this is still suggesting at an overextended area. Guys, it's not usually recommended to kind of purchase anything above the 70 percentile, right? But this thing is still suggesting upside to go. And let's go ahead and continue validating. Wow. Okay. Upside still being suggested on that 3-day. Historically speaking, let's see where it can go. So, all right. So historically speaking, this thing can actually max out at about 96.36, which is huge, from the 78.02 where we're at right now, right? So very interesting here. Let's see the 5-day. 5-day still suggesting a gradual upside, a little loss in that strength, but still suggesting a massive upside. And it's actually reaching the medium of the channel itself. So this is very good. This is actually very good. Let's see the weekly. Man, weekly now pivoted and finding the support from the gravitational zone. Literal right here, guys. This is the prime example of when you can find support without a moving average. This actually found a support from the gravitational zone and then bounced to the upside. Okay, so this is still suggesting upside on the weekly. Man, are we seriously? Look at that. The freaking bi-weekly in the grips of the bull strength percentile, right smack in the middle, still suggesting upside. Monthly should be way up. man, monthly still suggesting upside. And if I am not mistaken, if I am able to determine the space between the RSI signal here, and please notice that on January 3rd, which by the way, I did mention, we got a bullish cross above the 14-day simple, of which we've been below since 2021 June, okay? A year. Almost. All right, so you're looking at a year of bearish action. We finally broke out above this, right? So if I'm looking at the RSI signal sitting right in the bullish control zone and in the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, comparing it to this upside here of about 86.78%, I am not joking when I say this, that the first resistance range that I'm looking at is in fact the range between 35.29 to about the high of 48.50. And that is what I'm looking at on the monthly, guys. And this, I remember Cal L actually said, man, when I was actually evaluating this down here at about 0156, I think I remember that target, right? I told him, dude, this is getting ready for a huge upside, and statistics are showing the upside to be almost now. And he goes, I'm thinking of getting long this. I'm thinking of getting long this for an investment. I'm like, dude, that would probably be a great idea. It has since moved. Let's see. So from that 0156 to where we're at right now, it has moved a massive 533% to the upside, man. And I really do think that this still has room to continue on to the upside. Let's go ahead and reference volatility versus momentum, as I am still charging and pushing for you guys. Okay. I don't want to cut it short. I want to make sure to give you the deets. Okay. Take a look at the daily time frame now, starting that contraction phase officially. This is the official contraction phase, which now I can see. Guys, this is very important. Okay, so let me go ahead and load this right here. It just started. It just started. Oh, let's see how far up to the upside and up everyone's booty hole this freaking stochastic momentum is facing. Let's see. Oh my God. All right. Here's the correction already, guys. We're getting the pivot from the shorter term time frame. 3-day exponential moving average. We're also the 14-day, the slower one is already kinking to that upside as well. It looks like this is already about to pressure to the upside again. Look at the 12-hour. Let's see what it says, man. I'm kind of scared to see that upside on that. Oh man, please. There you go. So there it is. Here's the upside, showing on an earlier time frame that it is imminent, and it is showing a massive upside actually. So let's go to the 8-hour, see what it's got. All right. Here's the play. The 8-hour is the play. So wow, I'm actually very curious now. Damn it. Oh, guys. I need to write it down on my freaking notes now. Statistical backtest needed. 8-hour time frame. Because this is likely to put a huge move. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it printed an 8-hour bar of critical volatility. So meaning maxed out volatility here. And now the signal is almost about to fire entirely. The reason why I'm saying that is because the volatility component is now upside the 15 percentile, and we need the moving average to be upsided as well. Sorry. And please notice that momentum is starting to correct to the upside and barely entering the bullish control zone. Okay, so if that is the case, then there could be a massive upside to be looked at here. And I'm wondering, I mean, here was one. It actually moved from here to here. Nice. Here's another. It actually moved from here to here. Here's another from here to here. Nice. This thing, oh man, this is actually gonna be a huge back test. Like, oof. Guys, this is pretty extensive. This can take some time, but yeah, this is critically. I mean, guys, something is loading again in CEOS, and I don't know why. And it is favoring the upside. So I would be very careful with how you trade this, but CEOS is definitely not done, especially on the monthly time frame. Like I said, the monthly time frame is actually challenging. If for real, it's challenging the top side of the channel. And I actually do feel like it may want to, succeed that in some way, shape, or form. Another ridiculous thing is here is that I've actually never pointed this out, but you do have an inverse herp and derp happening right over here, right, guys? So you have your shoulders and your head. So this is a huge month-long, which actually would present a way better average, right? A hit rate. So taking it from the neckline, which could actually be right at about, I would say, discretionarily speaking, right about here to the lowest end. That's too high. In fact, I'm gonna suggest this area here, as that was a panic sell to the bottom. So this would be essentially your head here. Sometimes, remember, like I said at the beginning of the stream, sometimes you have to identify whether it was a panic or whether it was like psychologically enhanced or promoted, right, or backed. So you would be able to see whether that was just by the candle looks. Guys, this is too ridiculous, right? So now we can apply it to the upper side of the neckline, and let's see what it would present. So it's starting to tell us that remember, low hit rate on inverse herp and derps, right? So you're looking at a topside target of about $2.94. And let's see, what is that target in line? Oh, wow. So the target is actually lined up perfectly with the resistances here, which I'm not even sure what happened and then, right? And actually, let's take an overall fib on the monthly to see what this can actually present. So it's even too long. So let me do this. Wow. There's a super limited area here. So yeah, it would be essentially surpassing the 4.618. I mean, it's a box. It's a range. I always give you guys these ranges like this, right? So about 3 months, about 4 months, maybe. I don't know. Actually, I would say 4 or 5 months. You can see 226 to about 283. And that's a huge statement too. So CEOS is looking macro bullish, and if that does happen, it's insinuating that it would break out, very rare breakout actually, upside this ascending channel. So we would essentially face that resistance at about 282, then come back and start validating this as an area of support before a continuation onto the upside. We would really need that. And sometimes, and only sometimes, we can actually refer back to wave number 3 or 4, right, which would be this one. So that topside target is not only in line with the 2.618. I'm talking about right over here. Take a look at 128. And if we were to just imply that we would be doing this by, I'd say, June 1st, 2023, it's directly in line with that golden mean. So now if we were to consider the top side, wave number 3 or 4, then that would essentially capitulate to 49 cents before a continuation onto the upside, and it would be a very difficult trek, as it would be battling the 2.618 golden mean as a resistance, as well as the top side target, which would essentially make shorts open up here and then have this thing trade sideways forever. So that's the kind of analysis that I would provide for a company if they were to hire me, right? So Stephen Domain saying, for CEOS, do you see how it was in a similar pattern situation around January 28th, 2021 and had a major dump before a huge upside? So January 2021, right here, right? So what was announced there? What happened in that date, by the way? But Stephen, I need you to be very careful when thinking of things like that in fractal. And the reason why I'm saying is because November 2021 was right, and I'm talking about right as Bitcoin started capitulating and the bear market cycle started. I remember the conversation between one of my trader friends. He was telling me, dude, did you see Bitcoin? I'm like, dude, I'm watching it live, like I'm trading it right now. I told him I'm short Gala, GALA, ticker symbol GALA, Gala Games for crypto. I told him, dude, I'm short Gala right now and everything's capitulating. And he goes, and I told him I'm watching Bitcoin just print a huge red candle to the downside, of which I still have images of while I was trading it, right? So I remember his words exactly. He said, dude, it's November 2021. Dude, I think this could be like, I think this is the big one, bro. I think we're about to eat. He said, I think we're about to eat shit. And I was like, I think so too, bro. I think that was the what's called in trading, it's called the blow off top. And it usually happens when you're way overextended, way overbought, right? And we knew right then and there, like literally the first 5 minutes of it, we knew that was the bear cycle starting. And from there, yeah, for sure, it just capitulated and capitulated and capitulated. Recoveries, fake outs, huge bull traps, and continuations onto the downside. And I actually, that week, I actually drew a diagram for my friends, for my traders. I'm talking about just friends, not the community. I drew a picture saying, guys, like, if this is actually it, then we're facing a bear cycle all the way to September 2023. And I literally stated the length, and I backtested the durations of bear cycles before that. And I said, there's something up about this bear cycle. It's actually suggesting a longer term. So if this is the actual case, then we're looking at a bear cycle all the way to 2023 September, and we would potentially start to recover by around July or maybe June 2023. And we're in we're in February right now, already seeing the potentials of an upside. So I'm not trying to say I called it. I'm just trying to say that based on time fractals, which is when I started studying it because I was curious over that, I started to see the weakness and I started to see the patterns, and the time fractals were suggesting September 2023. And my guys still know, my friends still know, and they're still waiting for it. They're like, dude, I think you're dead on, bro. And I was like, I don't know, man. I just remember I was not as good as I am today. So Stephen Domain saying, thanks. Yes, just seeing seeing big wicks down before the upside on the 8-hour chart in the end of January 21. Yeah, dude, exactly there. It's just too much pressure from the crypto side, too much pressure from the blow off top in the traditional equities market. Guys, it was screaming blow off top, and that was it. So I think, and now regarding CEOS, it looks like it's respecting the market cycles as well, aside from it having amazing news. I know that somebody actually talked about whatever bullish news happened with CEOS, which is honestly the reason why I'm seeing this as a macro reversal. And this is why I said at 156, that, guys, CEOS is prepping for a macro upside. Refer to the videos if you want, guys. I think they're somewhere there in the YouTube. You'll hear me say it from down there. Oh my goodness. Jeez. It's very cool price action here, guys. So yeah, I'm bullish CEOS long term, guys. And yeah, so you got that information now. We're not going to rate this one because I need to see some continuation to the downside first before we can actually claim the upside. There's things that still need to be resolved first, right? And then that upside can continue. But CEOS, like I said, macro bullish, macro upside. And Mark Roach saying, not an OTC pink sheet fan, too risky here. Absolutely right. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and leave this with a no rating. Although I am going to go ahead and try to do a backtest on this. And that could be, when I said that it was a huge backtest, it was a large backtest, is in reference to this upside. So it's a large amount. So I'm thinking maybe 50 plus iterations that I would have to take into account in the 8-hour volatility versus momentum chart, right? So it could very well be like another ridiculous upside target similar to a GTII, where at, I think it was like 80 cents. I just blasted the news. I was like, guys, 3,000% up once we reach like 40 cents. Oh, what the hell? You're trapping longs. You're a short seller. Oh my goodness, guys. I can't tell you how much of an enjoyment it has been for me to evaluate these tickers, as well as a huge headache. I'm not going to lie for 1 second, guys. There has been a few headaches along the way, but it's been an awesome journey thus far. Please remember to reserve your seat for the ARC Masters course. Make sure to take your seat, because I think as of 3 hours ago, I think there was only 16 or 15 left. I just announced it last night. Okay, you guys. So remember that. Please make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure to hit that like button on your way out so we can stimulate that algorithm to get some more people in here. Let's see. So Steven's saying, for the course, last time, if the recordings don't happen, will you provide a refund if we can't meet your schedule? Disclaimer says no refund. So the disclaimer says no refunds, right? But you and I will touch bases before you make that payment. And just know for a fact, Steven, I'm reserving you. So you're good. Don't worry. We will go ahead and make sure something happens. But to tell you the truth, I'm about 85% convinced that I may actually have to record it, man, because of you. I love you. All right. So Samantha H, moderators, Cal, Mark Roach, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything you do. I absolutely am in great debt to you. Okay. So Keith, thank you so much with joining and participating with everything here, man. I love that you reached out to everybody and talked, right? Stephen Dumaine, I got you, man. No problem at all. I wish everybody a good night. Cal L, my dude, we got some talking to do. Love you, buddy. So please, please, please go ahead and reserve your spots and make sure to hit that like button on the way out. Okay, you guys, I wish you all very well, and I wish you all a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.